Show.
RTM podcast show.
To the world and them girls.
Young Spray, Queen Ice Cream.
How you mean?
In Northwest London, born and raised. In Kilburn is where she spent most of her days. Chilling out, matching, relaxing, all queening. Then her and Mafiella did start diva twinning. And Young Spray, well, I was up to no good. Always making trouble in the neighbourhood.
What?
Did a one liquor rubs and the judge didn't care. He said, I'm sending you to prison right now for 2 years. I blew my mum a kiss and then when I saw tears, her face showed the limit of the pace she could bear. If anything I could say, the sentence weren't fair, but I thought, nah, forget it. Yo, mom, have no fear. Have no fear, mama. I know I'm only 16, but I'm built for this.
That's what
Yo, I pulled up to the jail around 7 or 8 and I yelled to the sweatbox, yo fam, link you later. Welcome to Feltham, I was finally here. They took me to Swallow and it started from there. That's where it all started, man. You're just like me, I'm just like you. I was a bad you too. But you could change, man.
You can change. Have faith.
RTM.
Really the most.
Boom. Welcome to the RTM podcast show. Don't know, you're seeing, I'm even saying the boom calmly. It's a calm episode today. I'm trying to be Leon today instead of Young Spray. So, boom, don't know. Leon, no, I'm joking. Young Spray, big badge. I can't go to, we've got to at least let me, you know what I mean, be a bit, do you know what I mean? Because they need a little bit of, I'm going mad, they don't. Boom. Anyway, today is a special. We're doing a special today to raise awareness for sickle cell. And Sickle Cell Awareness Month, I think, is September. We're still in September now, but this will come out in October. But it doesn't really matter because they don't just have sickle cell in September. They have sickle cell the whole year round. So, yeah. I just wanted to get it done because obviously my sister, big up my sister's here today. So I've seen it firsthand. And yeah, it took a lot for her to come on the camera. I didn't even know she was going to come on the camera. I think it's Trina. I would have told her not to because of the skirt, but it's cool, innit? I'm going to allow her. She's married, innit? She's actually married. She got engaged and got married, not just engaged. The marriage happened. I'm going mad. But anyway, moving on, because I go mad a bit. Young Spray, big bad Spray, but I'm not big bad Spray today. I'm just cool today. Here with the lovely...
Honestly, Trina, honestly speaking, guest co-host, RTM.
I've been... My sister, do you want to say anything? Obviously, I've introduced you.
Vicks, a.k.a. Spray Sister.
Mad. That AK is mad. You know, working with that. But big up though for working with that. Do you get what I'm saying? Big up for working with that, because that means you rate your bro. You know what I mean? Spray Sisters. Nah, but big up. Sure.
Chronic, aka Michael.
Oh, you're Michael today. That's what I'm thinking. You're going to be Michael today. That's what I'm saying. What are we doing here? Do you know what I mean? Because
It's mad.
Special guest. My sister was a special guest actually, but because she suffers from sickle cell. But today's special guest as well, I'm going to go with ladies first.
Debbie.
Basically, I bumped into Debbie the last time my sister had a serious crisis in the hospital. That's why I didn't wear my bonnet today, you know, because remember you had your bonnet? Yeah. But anyway, bumped into Debbie. And when I first initially asked my sister to do it, she was like, oh, she didn't want to come on camera. She's like, oh, what about Debbie? I'll ask Debbie. So I said, yeah, ask Debbie, you get me? The cute thing or whatever. But don't worry, I know you're taking, but I'm just making him know he needs to be nice to you at all times. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Come on. Black people, do you know what I mean? We're the proper people. But anyway, Astar as well. Yo,
Yes, bro.
now respect for featuring as well. Sorry, but yes, Astar.
Yes, bro. Thanks for having me, man.
No, you're welcome as well, because obviously you do music as well.
Yeah.
So that's why it's even good, because obviously, you know, with the podcast, we like to try and stay in line with the not the industry, but you know what I'm saying, like the
Yeah.
music thing and where. So it'd be good to hear your story and how you cope with it and all that. Both of you, really. So normally, like on the show, we get to know the guest first. So I would just like to kind of get a little background on you first. Well, let's do ladies first. A-Star.
No
Do you know what I
worries,
mean?
man.
'Cause
No
you know
worries.
you know what I mean. But Debbie, we just want to get to know like you a bit better. Like, I don't know where you was born, where you're from. Like, give a little backstory. Obviously your journey with sickle cell type of thing.
Okay, so my name's Debbie. I'm 36 years old. I'm a mother of 2. And yeah, I suffer with sickle cell. So I've suffered from quite early. You know, some people, they suffer later on in life, but with me, I think my mum says that I had my first crisis at 8 months old. So since then, sickle cell has been a tackle. Like, it's been a lot. I've been in and out of hospital my whole life, basically. And it stopped me from doing so much. I haven't been able to do certain things that people my age would have been able to do. And yeah, that's
Do you know what, yeah?
it for now.
Sorry, yeah. But obviously this is the first time I'm like doing something like this. So I gotta like kind of like think of what I'm doing. But firstly, Trina, or one of you, can you actually explain what sickle cell is?
I'm
you go
happy
up
to
the
do
scene?
that. Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So sickle cell is a hereditary disease, affects the red blood cells. And red blood cells have a protein in it called hemoglobin. And that's what carries the oxygen around your body. So most red blood cells would be round shape, but people with sickle cell, most of our red blood cells are like sickle shaped, like a crescent. And in moments of, it could be stress, high altitude, cold or warm weather, extreme weather, it could be anything that can trigger what you call a sickle cell crisis, which is a pain episode. And that's when the sickled shaped cells clog up against each other and cause excruciating pain around the body. So it's a hereditary disease, comes from the parents. And you have either AA, which is, that's a genotype. So you can be clear with sickle cell or the trait. You can have AS, which is the trait, or have sickle cell full-blown SS, which is what myself, Debbie and Sis has. Yeah.
And it's only black people.
No, it affects.
don't lie.
No, it affects mostly black people, but
Why have I always
Asians.
thought it was?
Melanated people.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
But I know a white person that has
So
sickle
do
cell.
I. I've met a
Yeah.
white lady.
Serious?
Caucasian, yeah.
But sometimes it's because of the
Yeah.
throwback.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Because they're
Their ancestors
yapped
and
by,
that.
ancestry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
by black people. Oh, okay.
So it's
So
predominantly African.
they got a black
Yeah.
boyfriend or girlfriend.
No,
Maybe.
from like parents,
Okay.
like ancestors.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like great grand, but
Yeah.
So okay, because that's really, we need to talk about sickle cell before we. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so anyway, that's a good one. But so when did you suffer your first?
So I remember being 5, having my first crisis. But because it's hereditary disease, it's actually something you're born with, but it don't affect people till different stages in life. But the youngest I remember being is about 5 years old. But hearing 8 months is crazy, man. 8 months is very young, but 5 is the earliest I remember having a crisis.
Can you remember when?
I don't necessarily remember like a year or whatever having a crisis, but I remember when we used to live in Dominica, mum taking me to hospital in Dominica. I wouldn't have known what that was for because I was a child.
So Ali, at 5, when you were diagnosed, like what was that like?
Ali, did you say?
Oh, sorry, he introduced himself as Ali.
Yeah.
But
A-
A-Star.
You
A-Star's-
introduce yourself today just as Ali.
No, earlier on.
That's what I'm saying.
A-Star's
Sorry.
cool, Ali's cool. It's no
A-Star,
worries.
Now, but I'm saying
A.
true, they don't know.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Because with
Yeah.
Michael, Leon.
Yeah.
I was trying to get to
That's
it.
cool.
Yeah, I was just joking. I'm straight still.
That's cool.
Yeah. So when you were diagnosed at 5,
Yeah.
like how did that impact you and your parents?
At 5, I don't really know what's happening.
Mm.
I was in Belgium at the time because I'm from Congo, so I have a lot of people in family and stuff in Belgium. So I was going there a lot.
From Congo,
growing
yeah,
up.
big up Pinky.
Yeah.
Big up Pinks.
Yeah. So I didn't really know what it was about. I just knew that I was always in and out of hospital, having pain, different types of treatments. If I'm honest, the real research on sickle cell didn't happen until I was in my mid-20s. I'm 36, same as Debbie. But when I was in my mid-20s, I started understanding more about sickle cell. Because growing up in school, like, you know, I was the only one in my school, even in my area. Like, I didn't know anyone else in Leytonstone that had sickle cell in school. I went to Tom Hood School.
Why for that? But no, go on, man.
No,
He
why?
went that school as well.
Oh, you went to school? You went Tom Hood? Yeah, I went Tom Hood. But I don't remember anyone in my school having sickle cell. So I was always the one that was in and out of school.
Remember Gareth?
Because
What's that his name? That in Holy Family, man, with the sickle cell.
Oh, Gareth. I don't know.
He was Gareth. That's what I'm saying. But anyway,
Or did you go same school as well? Or?
No, I went Holy Family.
Okay.
But there was someone. I remember someone in there that had it bad, man.
Yeah, my friend Anelia Joseph, she had sickle cell really bad.
There's different levels in it, like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It affects people differently.
Yeah.
If there was people that had it, I wouldn't know, because we grew up in an environment where our parents would tell us, don't talk about your health, don't talk about your pain, don't tell anyone outside the family about hospital admissions and all of that kind of stuff. So I would have never known. It wasn't until I grew up and went on social media and started seeing people coming out with their stories about having sickle cell that I started getting to know other people that had it.
It's interesting that you mentioned that in your 20s is when you kind of understood what sickle cell was, and you got access, I guess, to information. Because I didn't even know I had the sickle cell trait until I gave birth to my first child.
Yeah.
So no one even tell me.
That's a lot of people in our community, you know.
Yeah.
People wouldn't know they have the trait until
knew
they
I
have
had
the
the trait.
conversation. Did you know from young?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because obviously they've
Yeah,
got it.
I was gonna
Right.
say, so
You've got to say mum and dad.
Yeah.
I've known from like way before in my 20s about it, because my first daughter, I had her when I was 20, but obviously pregnant was when I was 19.
Yeah.
And I've always known about getting my partner's genotype tested. So I'm 44, so this is like a long time ago, and I was
Right.
aware of doing all of these things before. So it's quite integral for me to like make people be aware of getting their partners tested before they even think about conceiving children.
But what difference would it
Yeah.
make though? Would you just?
Because there's things that the hospital can do
Or is
to
it?
support it. So if you wanted to still go forward with a
'Cause I'm-
pregnancy with 2 people with sickle cell, that's what I've been told by my specialist. There's things that they can do
'Cause
in
I was talking
terms
to
of
someone about that, you know, and it was mad because it was like, you know, like they would want to ask if, like, would want to ask the person, have you got the trait? Have you, like, when they're looking for for a partner, is that something you actually look like? Oh, if they got the trait, nah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah, you have to.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Everyone.
So you can't even like someone, like you have to ask that first before you even
Yeah.
get into the liking stage.
Bro, would
Do you get what I'm saying?
Would you ask someone if they got would you want to know if someone had a STI or HIV before you get with them? You see what I'm saying, Spray?
Yeah.
And
It's the same.
this is the same, because this could affect your children.
Yeah.
Our parents, I was born in 88. In the 80s, the parents were not having that conversation. I'm sure your parents weren't, or the awareness wasn't
They're just
known
doing
like
what
that.
they're doing.
Do you know what I'm
they're
saying?
going mad.
So we, because of the way we suffer with sickle cell, my mum's got sickle cell. So I've had times where I've been in hospital the same time as my mum. I've had to leave my ward to go and see her.
How is that?
Traumatic,
you know what I mean?
traumatizing, but I didn't clock that straight away. It hit me later on in life, where I started understanding, right, like I was in hospital same time as my mum. People don't really go through things like that. So I knew that I didn't want my children to have sickle cell. So when I met my wife, it's a conversation that I had. What is your genotype? And she told me she was AA, so she didn't have the trait, didn't have sickle cell. But I couldn't just take her word for it. So I went with her to get a blood
Not
test.
playing.
Yeah.
At all.
I said I need to
Very
see the
serious.
paperwork, bro. Yeah, so I saw the paperwork, saw that she was AA, and I said, cool, we can move
You know
forward.
what
in
it
our
is? I
relationship.
think it's where you lot's gone through it, isn't it? So
Exactly.
it's probably you just don't want that
Yeah.
for someone, not like for a kid. But it's just I just thought that was mad. So you literally can't like someone first. You have to have that conversation
Yeah.
before even. It's mad. So what if you actually like them? Like, right, yeah, you feel, I don't know. Feel in love.
Like what Vicky's saying, now obviously there's more technology.
Mm.
So if there is two people with sickle cell trait, like Vicky said, the hospital have some protocols in place where they can, which is also quite traumatic, because then you would have to fall pregnant and then they test the baby while the baby's in the womb.
Yeah.
And if the baby does have sickle cell, you can decide to get rid of it. So
What country are you from?
Ghana,
Ghana.
yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
But also, sorry, Debbie, what I was told by the CNS nurse is that even if, say, the partner that you liked had like the trait or something, there's ways where they can actually do IVF. You can do
Yeah,
IVF.
that's an option
So
as
then
well.
your child wouldn't come out with sickle cell.
yeah.
Obviously, that's a whole different process
Yeah.
to go through as well. Just saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, because there's a 1 in 4 chance
exactly.
in any pregnancy that the child, if you've got 2 sickle cell
Yeah,
trait
which is-
carriers or sickle
Yeah.
cell
It's an
and a trait.
easy,
Yeah,
easy
so they can
ratio
do
to get to.
selective
a 1 in
Yeah.
4.
genetics.
Yeah, and one thing I'll say about the 1 in 4, I think some people don't understand that 1 in 4.
That 1 in
It's
4
a
don't
very-
mean
Yeah.
I've got 4 kids, only one of
Yeah.
them's gonna
Or some people feel
have
like
two.
you'll have the 3 kids and the last one's gonna have sickle cell.
Yeah.
So people are like, oh, I'm gonna stop at having 3 kids.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. All 4 could get sickle cell.
Yeah.
All 4 could not.
Or
Yeah.
Exactly.
exactly. So yeah,
Have you got any siblings?
yeah. But I'm the only child from both of my parents together. So the other,
They haven't got-
yeah, they've all got different mums and dads. So I don't know.
Same. So I'm my mum's only child, but I'm the eldest of 6 from my dad's side.
Okay.
I'm the only one that has sickle cell.
Mm.
Yeah, it's obviously with my sis. I've got my sister with the same mum and dad,
Mm.
and she's got it. I haven't got it, and then I've got my brother, my older brother. He's got it as well.
Mm.
So I've had to see them both.
Right.
Like, do you get what I'm saying?
How was that for you, man?
I was just about to say it's different as well. Like, see, for someone like me, you get something. It's kind of like survivor's guilt a bit, because it's like, right. I just remember, even as a kid, I even remember like wanting to have some of her folic acid in it. Like, you know, like the folic, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't understand what's going on in it, and it's like, and me and my sister was close, so it's like, if she's having them tablets, I want. So yeah, you don't understand it, innit? So I just remember all of that. But yeah, but then obviously, because I live with them and that, you get used to it as well. And you lot are very strong people. I'll give you like that, very strong people to this in a point where after a while you don't even. I know it sounds mad, but I don't even clock that my sister's got it because of how she deals with it until she has a crisis. Like, do you know what I mean? She nearly died, innit? And that was like, oh shit, you get what I'm saying? But we're gonna get to that probably. But yeah. So that's what I was gonna say. Like, how does your siblings, or how do you feel even knowing that your siblings ain't got it?
I don't feel
Is it even a
anything.
fault?
Yeah, not really. Because
Did
I
you
wouldn't
ever think
want-
that, like, why ain't my man got it?
No,
I'm
never.
joking. I'm joking.
Never.
That would be
But
bad, man.
I just find the way I was raised, like my mum from early, I remember living in Dominica. We didn't come over here till I think I was going on 9. My mum always let me be responsible for taking my medication myself and made me hyper aware of when I'm in pain, go and rest, drink water, stay hydrated, all those things. So it's like at that early age, that's what's instilled me how I am as a grown woman now. Like, thankfully, none of my kids have sickle cell. They all obviously would have the trait, but it's just the way my mum's allowed me to cope and function. She never stopped me from doing anything, didn't put any barriers in front of me saying, oh, because you have sickle cell, you can't go swimming, you can't do this. We live next to a river. I was swimming every day in the sea every day and things like that. So I never actually let my condition like stop me from doing anything.
I think my experience was a bit different to yours though. I'm my parents' only child, like I said, together, and I'm the youngest. So they very much cushioned me, and it came from a place of love, but I struggled because it's like, no, Debbie, you can't go swimming. no, Debbie, you can't go out with your friends. No, Debbie, you can't do this. No, Debbie, you've got to eat this. You've got
I'd
to.
probably be like that though.
But yeah, I get where they came from because it's from a place of love. But when I was growing up, I did struggle. I couldn't be independent because they had cushioned me so much. So yeah.
What about you?
I feel like I was in between both, but my mum was more. It's weird because I grew up in a single parent home. Great relationship with my dad, but my parents weren't together. So me and my mum were in the house with sickle cell. So I'm the carer sometimes, and then I'm the patient sometimes. And me and my mum were swapping.
And sometimes you're both the patient.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm saying. So she's had to look after me while she's looking after her own health. And that's the importance of telling people to know their genotype and have these conversations. When you're having children with sickle cell, it's already being a parent already is difficult, and having to raise your kids in a world that presents so many things to them at such a young age, but then having to look after someone who has a chronic illness, a child, and seeing them in pain from young. And that's one of the reasons why we tell people to know their genotype. If you don't, you can get it checked out. You can have that conversation. There's nothing wrong with asking someone, what's your genotype? You know, I want to be serious about the relationship I want to have, or I want to have a family, and I need to know who I'm having a family with, you know?
Very important.
Oh, definitely. How was it like in school for you, Debbie, first? Primary school. Let's start in primary school.
Primary school, I just remember that I was hardly ever there. Like, I was absent a lot. I was in hospital a lot. So, yeah, like I said, I struggled. Even when I was there, I wasn't doing a lot. I couldn't do PE. I couldn't go on trips. So
how was, like, did you find making friends and that?
Difficult because I got bullied because of my yellow eyes when I was young. You know, kids, they're ignorant, and we're all kids. So they would ask me, "Oh, why's your eyes yellow? Oh, you like an alien?" Just little comments like that. So it made me really
Better than
timid.
Squarehead though. Oh man, and you're laughing. So you're knowing they was calling me Squarehead. I can't believe you're laughing at the Squarehead.
But yeah, so yeah, little things like that. It just made me insecure. But when I got to secondary school, I think I got a bit more. I gathered a bit more courage, and just if anybody would say it, I would snap back at you. I would find something else to tell you. But in secondary school, I made some friends that I was able to trust, and say to them, tell them I've got a condition, and I think those friends I still have now because I was able to, trust them and tell them, and in turn they were able to support me through my journey in secondary school.
How did you navigate through school?
School was primary school. All I remember was always having on a jacket where other kids didn't have a jacket on. Okay. Or if they had jackets, I'd have a scarf and a woolly hat. It was just stuff. If the children were here, I was 10 steps ahead. You know what I'm saying? Back in them days, you couldn't even have a bottle of water in class. You weren't allowed. But there was always a bottle on the side for me to stay hydrated. So the teachers cared. Games. But secondary school was more different because I withdrew a bit about my health. Because of my health, I was always in and out of school. But then I started talking about it, and some people knew what it meant. But teachers were just ruthless back then. I had to have to do cross country, bleep tests. They didn't care about my health at all. You just had to. You know what I'm saying? I had a teacher, Mr. Brighton. He used to make me play football. He used to always shout at me, "Alito, like, come on, man, speed up," and all that. And he didn't know about my until he had to do a lesson on it where he had to teach. And he's like, "Right, I've been harsh on it early, man." And all the other people come. Some of my friends was in that class, and they come and told me. And after that, he was a bit cool, but he was just ruthless. But yeah, it was it's lonely as well because no one else in my school had sickle cell. Years later, people started telling me they had the trait, and they went to my school. I was like, "Right, why did you never tell me about it?" They're like, "I didn't really know what it was about. I just knew that I had the trait." Especially a lot of people find out later on in life when they have children and all that kind of stuff. So, but
the trait doesn't really affect you.
Some people, some people get
funny
affected.
It's
never really affected me.
So like they say that people don't suffer, but as a trait carrier, when it gets cold, I get like serious pain, like in my knees, in my joints, like really, really bad.
You're just going mad.
No, I've
there's
spoken to my
medical
doctor. There's
evidence.
evidence to
A lot of
support
people-
it.
No, but
Yeah.
some people are just looking for the
No,
pain.
there's medical
No.
evidence to
You know
corroborate
what
what
I'm
she's
saying?
saying.
And so
You
does
lot have
my
got the
dad.
proper thing.
So does
She's
my
going
so
mad.
so does my dad.
She's trying to
So
just get in. She's just trying to get in there.
where's Leon today?
Oh, yeah.
Did you not? Did you
No,
not
but
get like?
I'm going mad, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't be
Did you not
thinking
get
the
tired
trait-
quickly or
Yeah.
anything? You didn't get tired quickly. You didn't get
From the trait?
Yeah,
From
yeah.
weed.
Okay.
Weed will get me tired quickly.
Yeah.
I have a
Michael.
I have a colleague that ex-colleague, but she had the trait. She just has the trait, and she was off sick from
But you can
work
play on it. That's
more
what I'm
than me.
thinking. I'm
No,
going
she's
mad
not
though.
playing on it
I'm
because
going
I
mad, I'm
I
going
could
mad.
see
I'm going
what
mad.
she was saying. I can hear what she was saying, and I've been told this
I'm
by
going mad.
medical specialists.
But I'm saying
at
I
the
did like
hospital.
sometimes when I got nicked and they
There's-
asking me if I'm telling them
There's
I got sickle
actually
cell, I'm going
research
mad.
that proves
I'm
it
going
as
mad.
well.
I'm letting them know.
So
I've
got a
sickle
friend who-
cell.
Yeah.
I need more of the microwave meals. Yeah, in the police station, I got sickle cell and that though. I've definitely got it. You get what I'm saying? I've got the proper one as well. Not even a trait. I'm making them know.
That's what you're telling them.
Got to.
Yeah.
It's too cold. I need extra blankets. I need all that. Do you know
but
what I
that
mean?
you can use that because you have the
Yeah.
trait. It
Yeah,
can
you get what I'm
affect
saying?
you in that
Like
same
I need
way.
extra blankets.
So,
Remember,
you know.
they're trying to make you freeze in the cell. You know, you gone mad. I got sickle cell. Get me everything I need to keep me warm tonight. Do you know what I mean? You're gone mad. But
Vicks,
anyway,
how was your experience in school?
My experience was fine, to be fair.
all right, let them
I
know.
don't remember really missing many school days. I used to actually be a prefect and stuff. I had like 100% attendance and stuff. My mum, you cannot remember whatever
I'm
you want.
joking, man.
So, yeah, we
Let's
could-
see, don't
could-
trigger me.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
joking.
yeah,
like,
so-
I'm trying to do the wallow thing. Remember, that's how wallow deals with.
You
Gi-
can- I
you know,
hear
Gilly.
it, I hear
when
it.
Gilly say, "Man,
I hear
wallow,"
it.
say, "Yo, I don't remember that."
I hear it, but I remember and I experienced it. I was
Yeah,
asked
yeah.
the question.
No, but have you
I'm
seen
there to
Wallow and Gilly?
answer.
I've seen it.
You get what I'm
But,
saying? Gilly saying, "Yo, when I used to come on the corner with my
Yeah,
thing,
so-
I
Used
used
to
to
run
be
away
I
from
was
scared."
it.
like,
Yeah.
I was,
Wallow say, "I don't remember that, nigga. Where was I? Nigga?
I had
Where was I?
100%
Said, "You
attendance.
Where was
So
I,
You
man?"
had 100%
You
attendance.
prefect, where
100%
was I?
attendance
Yeah.
for all
Where
my
was I?
classes. I was
Yeah.
a prefect in not primary school because I was a bit of a bully in primary school.
You was the bullying person.
Yes, I was.
Right.
Yes, I was. Because people were coming for me because I came from Dominica
Wife.
and they were talking about my accent. So I
Swear
bust a
down.
head on the climbing frame. But
Wow.
Now you're
now
upstanding
I'm
citizen.
upstanding. This is
Okay.
when I was a child.
Yeah.
This is when I was a child in primary school. So,
Yeah.
and to be fair, I was being bullied. She said something she shouldn't have been saying, and then she got her head broken because of
So it
it.
was more
Consequences to actions, huh?
reaction based.
No, not really.
Broken's mad.
Yeah, reaction. It was.
It's
Head
reactionary,
broken's
yeah.
mad. Dominican,
Provoked.
innit? Thinking their head's
Provoked.
broken's mad.
Provoked. Well,
Think
her
he
head got
broke her
bust.
head
She
is
needed
mad.
stitches, but it's fine.
Mad.
I'm sure
Thinking he
she's
broke
all
her head
right.
is crazy.
But yeah, I didn't miss school. The one occasion I remember having a crisis that impacted my education would have been when I was in college. I was doing my A levels, and I think I had a really bad crisis where I was off for about maybe 3-4 weeks. So the college decided not to enter me for my exams. And my mum was a teacher, as you've probably known from Leon's previous interviews. So she did the teacher thing and she went down there. They tried to say I'd have to come and repeat another year. But obviously because of the age I was, my mum advocated and she was like, no, well, if you're going to make her repeat the other year, she's handing in all her coursework, the same coursework, because I got A stars for my coursework. So I had to do not repeat the year, but go back to finish. But that was like the only time that I can remember having like a significant time off school.
Can we bring it back to the main sofa now?
Yeah.
Or Michael, have you got anything to add? Because you've been very quiet. You're looking crazy. But
No.
big you up, Ming. Big up Ming, though. Because I can't believe Ming's just... Because Ming...
Michael's here today.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
why
okay,
Michael's
Big up
here.
Michael.
Michael's here.
Okay, man.
No, do you know,
but we was talking earlier, innit? And he was saying that his sisters, I was going to say to him, did you find out if she got a trait?
Yeah.
If she
So
got the
like,
trait
I was
or-
just listening, and when you, two of my sisters have got the trait. So when we were speaking, I was thinking, no, my sister's got that. So, but I was saying that,
I've
how have
to
I
say
not,
to him, it's not his trait.
known that they've been going to hospital? And that he said, like, if they had it properly,
know. Yeah,
you would
that's
know.
what I'm saying,
So I found out
No,
my,
you get what I'm saying? You can't, to me, there's no possible way I would not know. that Tara and my brother had sickle cell growing up in that house.
Yeah, so
Like, I knew
I
that.
called them.
So I
that-
knew- oh,
the,
that's
well,
what
the
it's
sister
about.
that I thought it was that had it, she didn't answer, so I got through to my other sister, and she was like, "No, we've got the trait." And
Yeah.
but to add to when he was saying that people with the trait that don't have any symptoms, and that she was like, "No, when I
No,
spoke,
they said they do.
yeah, I know, yeah."
yeah.
So that's why I didn't say anything because he covered it, innit? Like, because when I spoke to her, she was like, "No, just a bit tired at times," and but a few of the things that they said, and that, so I was just like, "Yeah, all right, cool."
But you don't. It's just your
No,
I
sisters.
actually
No.
get quite tired, but I put it down to the weed. Maybe that has been.
Maybe
it's
you're
that.
anemic.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to know, what are some of the day-to-day challenges that you face having sickle cell?
Debs, you want to start?
Everything really, like just things that people would do normally and quickly. I would struggle, like getting out of bed is a struggle sometimes.
Yeah.
I find that especially in the winter months, I get very, very painful joints in the mornings, making it harder to get out of bed. Little things like going shopping, going Tesco. I could go Tesco, well, come back with a crisis. Just little things, driving, just stress. I mean, anything that can cause me stress. Whereas where a normal person would be able to navigate that and deal with it fine, I would end up with a crisis. So yeah.
Do you know what? Yeah, you sound very learned about sickle cell. Yeah, do you engross yourself in it as well? Have you lot actively tried to find out as much as you can about sickle cell? Because he sounds like he knows the things.
You know what? That's information. Years
No,
of
but I'm just saying
information. Hospital admissions, asking doctors, Google, and even meeting new people with sickle cell. Meeting
Do
people.
you know all his stuff? What he's
Me?
yeah, because he's
Do I know all
yeah,
his
you know,
stuff?
no, but you know how
Are
he
the
say that
things
you-
that he knows about sickle
Yeah, I'm
cell?
saying-
Yeah, of course I know.
Yeah.
okay.
Well,
I do.
used to
I
deliver
actually do. I
workshops.
deliver workshops.
Yeah.
like
So
So can you
wellness
talk like him
workshops.
then? Can you do his so we can?
Can I do what
Like,
about
well,
him?
he was moving heavy. Like he's got. You know what I'm saying? What is sickle cell? Like, all right, let me ask you.
No,
Let me
but
see if you're as heavy as him.
He's already explained
I'm
it, and
going
he's
mad.
explained it sufficiently enough. So,
But
but
you
yeah, I know
And you was
Astar
clued up
delivers workshops
from
and
young,
things.
man.
Huh?
You was clued up from young on sickle cell. When I was in my as a teen or young, I just knew that I had it, but I didn't. I don't even think there was places to do research. So you was clued up from young, and thankfully your
That's
mum
probably
was giving you info
because
about
my
as well.
mum was a teacher,
Exactly.
and my
Yeah.
mum taught me about like these things. Although I don't know her experience, because obviously her kids would have been born. Like my mum was an older lady in the 50s, whatever. There wasn't like
Sounds like Debbie's had it
the
bad,
World
though.
Wide Web or anything. But I remember in our house we had a lot of dictionaries and encyclopedias, like the expensive set. I know sometimes
I had
people
Britannica.
feel people wasn't raised. Yeah, the Britannicas, all of it. So all of that came from then. It's just like for me, my mum always, because she was like an advocate of education and people mobilizing that way through education. So that was something she instilled in me. So and where she allowed me to kind of take responsibility for my care from an early age, it made me have to be like, okay, sometimes I'll be like, oh, fuck, sorry, I'm just not going to take the medication today. I'll go out, have PE and have a madness, can't run, can't do nothing, and then have to sit down. And then I remember, okay, cool, let me take my medication because it makes sense to do it when I do. I'm not so unwell and things like that. But I think with everybody, it's different. And then the more, like when it's more when I started secondary school, because primary school, you didn't really have science lessons and stuff in the same way. And I remember, I can't remember the science teacher's name, but they were saying we were doing something about penicillin and we were growing some penicillin in some petri dishes, and the teacher at the time was saying if you take like penicillin's used as like an antibiotic, and if your body takes it too much, then you'll get used to it and you wouldn't be able to fight diseases when you need it. So I went home and I said to my mum, I was like, oh, this is what I learned. So I was like, Mum, I'm going to stop taking my penicillin every day. And she was like, why? She asked me why. And I was like, I told her. And she was like, well, it's up to you. You do what you want. So I just started taking penicillin.
It's up to you, guys, man.
It's not up to you because that was my experience.
no,
so
I'm
that
saying-
was my
no, I'm
experience.
saying my
so I'm
mum-
telling my story.
I'm saying my mum saying it's up to
Yeah,
you,
my
this
mum
guy,
said,
man.
our mum said,
Like,
it's up to
you
me.
can
Our
quip-
mum said
you
it's
can
up
quip
to
if
me.
you want.
Yeah, our mum said it's up to me. And
don't wanna take it.
so I started just taking the penicillin, like, first of all, like every other day instead of every day. Then I'm like, cool, maybe once or twice a week. And then after that, it will become weeks before I took penicillin. This is not medical advice. I'm saying this is my personal experience. I'm not advocating for anybody else to do the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm just telling my story,
vibe.
right? Get that out. So then as time goes by, when I got sick, then I used to, because I don't know about you guys, but I can kind of get feelings when I'm going to be unwell and have a crisis. Not a lot of people do. So at those points when I feel like a crisis is coming on, I will take all the medication I need to make sure my body is like in battle mode to fight off whatever's coming. And that's worked well for me. I'm 44, I'm fine, 3 kids, husband, everything, nice,
Love
deeds, everything. Wear hair.
Love that.
Alhamdulillah, but you had a
Heavy.
stroke and nearly died.
Yeah, I
bro.
had a stroke and
so
God
don't-
saved me, and I'm still heavy.
No, but I'm saying
Still
let's-
heavy.
No, but just
Still
don't stop
heavy,
moving
blessed.
like it's not mad. Like
Yeah, but the
sickle cell's not mad.
stroke, the
And I'm
stroke,
cool when
The
stroke
because
is
if you
not
didn't,
related.
if my brother didn't find you,
let me
Vicky,
finish.
you wouldn't be here.
Okay, let me tell
Go
you,
on.
the stroke had nothing to do with my sickle cell.
Okay, but if he didn't find you here,
but the stroke had nothing
So
to do
why
with
did
my
you have a
sickle
stroke?
cell. So what the specialist told me, I was on birth control for several years, the pill. Yeah, women will know that as the pill.
Alright, why
I was on the pill for several years because I didn't want to get pregnant.
move on
And the
to
pill
different
caused
subject,
me
I'm
to
going
have
mad.
blood clots in my brain, and it's the blood clots that caused the stroke.
Before you had
sickle
children,
cell
before you had
sickle
children,
cell, you'd have probably been able to fight it better.
No, it wouldn't. The medical professionals has said to me, so that's my medical issue.
Wait,
But yeah, it
thinking
had
sickle
nothing to
cell's
do.
got something to
My
do with
sickle
stroke,
cell
trust
had
me.
nothing to do with my stroke that I had in 2012.
I'm thinking it.
And
did.
I think, like, you know, I'm understanding that you were taking
Stop.
it for a period of time.
What, the pill?
The pill, yeah.
Yes,
I
I was
can't
on the pill
believe you're still
for.
talking
I was
about
on
the
the pill
pill.
for about
No,
maybe
this is
10 years.
no, but it's educational
Yeah,
for
but
women
Yeah,
because
I was
This
on
ain't
the
what we're
pill.
talking about. Sickle cell.
I was
no,
on
it's
the
gonna
pill.
get back to the sickle cell.
I was on the pill for about 10 years. And you know that every time you get medication, there's like the leaflets in it that says the side effects and things. It's in all of that. All contraception has similar side effects.
I didn't know
So
that,
I
man.
think
See?
the message is like, because some women they take certain medication, like at the time when you start taking it, there wasn't enough knowledge and expertise around about the sickle cell disease. So you take in something and then only after a while then you find out that actually your consultants, because you have sickle cell consultants, they should be consulted when you're taking different medications. So I think it's just something that we need to let people know, that when you do take medication, always speak to your consultant to make sure that there's no side effects.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Sis thinks the stroke has nothing to do with the sickle cell and all that. But can I say something? Since that stroke, that's when you started having blood transfusions and that. So why is that then?
Okay, so because I have sickle
You
cell,
get what I'm trying- it's like,
let
there
me
we go.
let me answer
Okay.
the question because it's about
Yeah,
me.
go
So
on.
because I have sickle cell and I see my
'Cause I
specialist,
don't-
I
it's
see
good
my
for me 'cause I
specialist.
don't
No,
know.
It
It's
is
just
really
mad
good
'cause
for
we
you
haven't
because
even
I
had-
speak
yeah, we
about
haven't even
this
had- no, but I'm
openly
saying
with
we haven't even had
everybody.
this.
So I'm not.
No, but I'm saying
it's
we
not
ain't even had this. I'm
something-
thinking,
it's
huh?
not something that
I just
I
always thought that was
I
to
strive
do with.
from, but
I always
yeah,
thought
but
that
it's
stroke
not.
was to do with
It's
the,
actually
sickle
not.
cell.
In the beginning, everyone did
actually
because
thought
that
it
is
was.
what they assume. But obviously, when they
But
go,
big up Paul,
when the
'cause
doctors
big
go
up
through
Paul.
your
'Cause
medical
if Paul
records,
didn't
obviously,
find
when I
you,
was
big up,
admitted,
bro.
yes, big up Paul,
Yeah.
admitted into the hospital, they have all your records, and it was like the double hormone pill that I was on. I won't say the name of the pill because I don't want to get sued or whatever. But it was the double hormone pill, and you would know the doctor because we're seen at the same
We're not saying
hospital.
the name,
You
it
would
don't
know.
matter.
We're not saying the name.
Yeah, that's what I'm
We're
saying.
our specialist. Yeah,
You gonna
said
say the name, Brad?
he told
No,
me
okay.
that most sickle cell patients that have strokes usually they experience it in childhood. I was 31 years
Dr.
old.
Tally.
He's a GP. He's not a specialist in anything.
Okay,
He's a general practitioner.
big up
Anyway,
Dr.
let's
Big up
carry
Dr.
on.
Tally.
Let's carry on.
But
Go on.
yeah, so where was I?
So you said the
you were
age.
saying-
you was-
Yeah, so the age I had the stroke, I was 31. So basically, the specialist said to me, usually people that suffer strokes with sickle cell, it's that they usually have it in their childhood, and they can see because I had several MRIs. You guys would know what.
Made me
those are
make a
about.
big tune though, spray scheming I made when you.
Yeah,
was in
I know.
school.
I heard it
Yeah.
because you love me. I hear
Yeah,
it.
made me make a big
It's
tune
fine.
still. You get me?
Yeah, safe to the stroke.
So I was just wondering, have you had to make any significant changes in the way how you live because of your condition?
Yeah, I think sickle cell affects you at different stages of life as well. So 11 years ago, I had to have a left hip replacement because of my sickle cell. And that's due to something called AVN, avascular necrosis. Because of your sickle cell, blood flow and oxygen is difficult for it to flow to some places of your body. And mine, a lot of people with sickle cell, it's very common. Mine was my hip. So the hip bone, you know, the ball in your hip that allows your hip and your leg to kind of join together, allows it to turn. That started getting stiff because there was a lack of blood flow to that bone. So at around 23, I started getting a lot of pain, putting my shoes on, getting in the car, all of that stuff. So I went and got an MRI scan, and they told me at 23 that I had to have a hip replacement. Wow. And I was thinking, this is something that people get 90 plus and all of that kind of stuff. So a few days after my 25th birthday, I got a call from the doctor saying that there was someone that had lost their place for surgery, and I went for my hip replacement. So that was completely life-changing. And it was about 8 to 10 weeks recovery process. But now I go through airports and can't just go through, bruv. Get the beep beep every time. But that's one of the ways it's affected me and changed my life. But I think also with just day-to-day activities, thankfully driving is one of the good things of just obviously now it's getting cold again. You know, being able to drive, but also having a family. I'm married as well. Got two girls. Having to look after myself holistically, watch the food that I eat, all of that stuff at home because I have children to look after. I can't look after my children if I'm not 100% healthy, and at times I'm not. And also having the right partner is important. I was talking to Debbie about this before. But when I'm having a crisis and my wife's having to call the hospital, she knows my protocol, all my treatment that I get. She's able to advocate for me on the phone. If she sees anything dodgy happening with ambulance and doctor, she's able to pattern them. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you got to have people around you that can that exactly. Because
it's weird because you've all got partners, but God,
yeah.
It's like you definitely need a partner.
Yeah, and someone that just knows you for who you are and doesn't judge you on your you know, your physical state and all that. Because I'm always over apologizing when I'm having a crisis, because a lot of times it messes with my wife's schedule, or it's just completely like it's just an inconvenience. But she's always like, stop apologizing, it's not your fault that you have this. And hearing them words, man, this, you know what I'm saying? So I always tell people as well, just the partner you get with or the person you have, even if it's just friends or family members, is crucial.
You drink alcohol?
Once in a while, yeah.
If you want some, I would have bought a bottle for that.
I'm good for now, thank you. Bro. Yeah,
but I would have had to get up and buy, because it's got a lovely new carpet here. I don't want to, do you know what I mean? I don't want to spill the drink on the carpet. I would have, do you know what I mean? I would have went over there and, do you know what I mean? I'm going to get a new thing anyway.
Debbie, I was just wondering, have you had to make any kind of like changes in like to exercise, diets or anything like that to manage your condition better?
I try to exercising. I try, but that can cause a crisis. Right. So I've got a gym membership, but I would go, and then when it's time closer towards my transfusions, I've noticed that I've got to slow it down, because if not, that can cause a crisis, like I was saying. But things like Ali said, just trying to look after myself generally, because I also have kids. So when I was younger, I hated drinking water. I still do, to be honest, but I'm having to push myself a lot more, because I know that I've got children to look after. I've got children to go back home to. So eating well, I'm not the best at doing that. I'm not going to lie. Whatever I fancy, I will eat it. But then I'm trying to, you know, incorporate vegetables and stuff like that to my meals, just to keep healthy. So things like also my blood transfusions. Before, I was all over the place. I would miss them. I wasn't looking after myself in that way. But now I know that if I don't have a transfusion, I can't function. I cannot function without having an exchange transfusion. So I make sure I book my appointments. I make sure I'm there on time. I'm trying not to miss them. So yeah, things like that.
Well, I've learnt some stuff already today, because I definitely didn't know that white people have sickle cell as well. And I didn't know that the stroke wasn't to do with sickle cell. Yeah, I've learned some stuff. But yeah, did you answer about why you're having the blood transfusion?
So basically, the doctors, they put me on exchange transfusions. Or actually, when I had the stroke, it wasn't exchange transfusions, just the regular top-up transfusions. Because I have sickle cell, they're just kind of hedging their bets. Because prior to me having the stroke, I never had any blood transfusions, and I lived with sickle cell perfectly fine before. So for me, I guess it's just what the doctors feel they need to do. But I personally want to get back to a point where I don't need to have.
How long have you been having
exchange transfusions? Because I just feel it interrupts your lifestyle and stuff, because it's like every 2, 3, 4 weeks you have to go back to hospital. It's not like a short process. And then also, Astar, you would know, with the shortage in blood recently, it's a myth. So if you have to survive on something that may not be available, how am I supposed to function through
and
that?
you become dependent on it. Like I was saying, when I don't have my exchanges.
How long have you been having them?
Since I was about 11.
Mad. That's
on and off.
Okay, on and off.
On and off.
Do you have them?
Yeah.
You have to have them as
Mine
well?
was from like 2018. Every 6 weeks I get exchange transfusions.
Before I used to have just top-ups, I think I was saying, from the age of 11 on and off. But from about 2015, I started having exchange transfusions, which I feel are more beneficial because, for instance, I've got iron overload, and that's because of the top-ups, just the regular transfusions. But with the exchanges, obviously they're taking out
it balances out
blood, and then
because that's what the folic acid was for, iron. That's what
so
my mum used to say.
With the
It's
regular,
all right, you can have it.
With the top ups, because they accumulate iron, whereas the exchange, because it filters it's using the dialysis machine, so it.
We got Rudy as well. My quenga, you get me, blood. Rudy's got that as well. That's what I'm saying. There's drillers out there with it as well. That's the maddest thing. Don't think there's drillers out there with it, not saying that and then having to deal with it. Like, it's mad. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm sick.
And I guess I guess I wanted to talk about the lack of blood a bit later, but you touched on it now. Like,
we need to talk about it now. They need to be aware that blood is needed. You need to go and donate your blood.
Yeah,
everyone needs to donate blood.
How are you coping with that? And I understand there's now synthetic blood. What are your opinions on that as well?
What's synthetic blood? Let's start there.
This is what I've heard.
I know, but what's synthetic blood?
It's artificial blood. It's not real blood.
Okay.
It's not real human blood.
That's the first time I'm hearing
me
of
as
that.
well.
Yeah, and me as well.
I've heard of synthetic.
First time
I've heard of synthetic blood, and I feel like
that's why I wanted to start there.
I've heard of
She's going
synthetic
mad,
blood.
And you're going.
I'm not going mad. I've heard of synthetic blood, and I could only imagine that by the meaning of it, like the saying synthetic, it's not natural. So I would imagine it's getting grown in some kind of lab or something. I've never had any synthetic blood, but again, going back to what I was saying, I really want my body to get to a place where it's not reliant on other people's blood, because prior to me having the stroke, I never had any blood transfusions, bar when I was pregnant. I remember having to have a blood transfusion every trimester, because I guess the child growing in you is depleting your natural resources and things like that, and that was fine for my understanding, my basic understanding then. So I do things like, you see me drinking, I make my own juices and try to do holistic stuff. I don't take medication unless I absolutely have to.
Right.
That's how I manage my condition, but I understand everybody's experience of sickle cell is different.
Yeah.
What sort of things are you doing to manage holistically?
So I stay hydrated. So like I said earlier, I can sometimes feel if I'm having a crisis coming on, I'll go and lie down in bed. I'll just lie down in bed, watch the RTM podcast or Honestly Speaking's podcast, whatever. I'll do that, just chill out, stay warm in the winter, drink a lot of, I'm not a big fan of water like Debbie, so you'll see my things juice. I'm more a juice person, but I've tried to get better and like kind of drink more water, not more water than juice. I always drink more juice, but it's just things like that. My husband's very supportive. Fortunately for me, I manage most of my crises at home. So when Debbie met me and Leon came to visit, that was the odd occasion. That was actually my first admission after having the stroke.
So you lot met on the ward.
Yeah.
No, but we
I've known her before, so I met her
I was
years
going to say that
before.
to you.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
We
did you
met
know
years
Debbie?
before on the day unit.
Oh, just
Yeah.
today.
We met through mutual friends.
Yeah, years ago.
That's
Years
one thing.
ago, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
mad
We
that
all
you
go
lot,
to the same
all the Sickle
hospital.
Cell people
But
know
we
each other.
met nothing to do with
Whitechapel,
Sickle
you go
Cell.
Whitechapel as well?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Baited
Rudy.
up the hospital.
That's cool, man.
Yeah,
That's
mad.
cool.
But what is people supposed to wait out there?
Nah, it's
24
cool.
hours a day,
I
wait for
don't know.
Falelo.
But yeah,
Big up
so,
Rudy, man.
so I've
Man,
known
gang
Debbie
stuff.
for years. I
Over
think
10 years now.
yeah, because my
Wow.
my
Yeah.
middle daughter, she's 8. So I remember meeting
Kelly
Debbie
upstairs,
around
Bridget.
that time. and I
Before
was,
that, 'cause I
yeah,
did
probably
Bridget
before.
before,
But I
yeah.
wasn't like before that. I was only under the hospital doing like the hematology stuff. I wasn't
Yeah.
getting exchanges. I wasn't getting anything. Right, but yeah. What was I forgot my point.
No, we're just talking about the things that you're doing. So you
Oh, yeah,
Back to the sofa.
So yeah, everyone experiences it in different ways, to be fair. And I have a lot of friends that I've met through the hospital. Some of them don't even have blood transfusions because they're allergic to it. So their protocol is completely different to ours. And obviously Astar's like a male,
There's a lot
so
of
his
knowledge on this.
experience
Yeah.
will be
why for that.
different. Because I know with the male you can have some issues down there
Yeah,
that
yeah,
causes pain. I don't know the name of it. You'd be able to elaborate.
Priapism.
Yeah.
Priapism or
We need more
priapism.
from A-Star.
What is
Yeah.
that?
Debbie, we
What's
need more from
priapism?
this sofa.
Priapism is
Mind
This
you, bro,
sofa
you're good.
is
priapism or priapism. I think it's priapism. That's where, because literally sickle cell affects you everywhere where you have blood. Blood also flows to your penis. So
Yeah, so
Yeah,
people-
he's gone mad.
So are you saying like
You
a
can't
erectile
red card that.
dysfunction?
You can't. You got a yellow
You
card.
can't
No,
red
no, you got a
card,
yellow.
that's a
You
health
got a yellow
thing.
No,
card.
but don't say it.
Tried
You
to
can't
rate your
red
set
card.
so much.
It's a
They had
health
to
thing,
go
bro.
mad.
Is that health
It's a health
thing?
thing, bro.
So is that erectile dysfunction?
I'm just
then?
saying.
No.
I'm moving like a Premier League referee, bro.
I say you can't even go, man.
I told you I'm not, and I said I'm not. I said I'm not gonna bring it out unless
You reached
that's
out.
even a why.
You
But
It was
it's that
very
I heard
quick,
P.
sorry,
I
very
thought,
quick.
huh? Why are you? Huh?
But,
What are we doing it? But
I've never experienced
trousers,
it,
mad.
but people can
mad.
experience painful erections
Oh.
because of spray. Hold yourself
no,
together.
for real,
It's cool, bro. It's cool. Don't worry
no,
about
no,
it.
shoot, Nah, you know what it is? Nah, for real. Because let's calm down. Because this is actually, you know what it is? Because it's this sofa in it, and I'm thinking it's the podcast, but it's not.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
awareness.
Yeah.
So
It's not
I have to be aware. Yeah, I have to be aware that I'm being childish right now. So it's a wire-free zone.
Should I take the cards away?
No,
No. Okay.
we're just gonna leave him. But if he goes too more crazy, because Debbie's with me, you see, she knew there was a card that was needed. But
Yeah.
But
So-
it's a conversation
No,
because
no,
there's
no, go
loads
on,
of
go on. No, no,
males
no.
in the hospital that may
please,
experience
yeah,
that.
please continue.
So it's important to speak
Stop,
about
sis.
Yeah,
Please
yeah.
continue. I'm
No,
letting him.
it's,
I
that's
want you to continue.
Just off the back of that, a lot of people
Why
don't,
for that?
don't
Why?
have conversations about that. But it does affect men the same way it affects women differently as well. So we need to have conversations about that and raise awareness. And just off the back of what Spray was saying for people to donate blood, people in our community do not donate blood enough.
Yeah.
Only 1% of black people in the UK donate blood.
But then bare percentage need it.
Yeah. And whose blood is better for people like us?
Our
own people.
our
Exactly.
own, yeah.
So also what black people would have mostly is was found mostly in black people is the RO subtype.
Right.
Blood.
Like you lot got white
Dominant
blood in
gene
you.
is
Yeah, and that's the main blood that is good for people with sickle cell. So sometimes you'll donate blood and they'll tell you, oh, you have the RO subtype, which is a rare subtype that people with sickle cell benefit from. So when we're talking about exchanges, there's a top up where you just receive blood, and exchanges where they draw blood from you
Do
as
you
well.
get to pick though? Do you not get to pick like, no, I don't know white blood today.
No.
It's like a
You don't even
timetable.
know.
It's almost
I
like a
can't black.
timetable.
Yeah,
Cause you see the white people, if it was them, they'd be like fat out.
They
black
can't
blood.
because you can't
Fat,
differentiate
No,
what
white
colour
people,
the blood
they don't
is.
listen.
Yeah.
I want the white blood.
Yeah.
I'm going
But
mad.
you know what? Yeah,
can't do
that's a good conversation though, because
But you know what
when
I'm
you
saying?
donate blood, there's on the NHS app they're able to now tell you where your blood's gone.
You should be able
So
to
it
know.
would say your
Like,
blood's
I
gone
don't
to a
need to
maternity
know
ward,
if I've
it's
got
gone to a
Polish
children's
and, like,
hospital.
what's happening?
Yeah, it's gone to children's hospital, so you know the kind of people that receive your blood, but not the actual specific person. So the exchange transfusions, when they draw blood from you and give you new blood, I get 12 units every 6 weeks. But recently I was told I couldn't get it because there's a huge shortage of blood.
Yeah.
People are not donating blood.
So what happens?
how does that
What happens
impact
when
you?
you get to that point, like where
this is the first time it happened. This was like what 3-4 weeks ago. I
Yeah.
put a
I
video
reposted
out.
you.
without it.
I put a
I
video.
reposted you.
Oh, is it?
Do you not just go
Yeah,
without
because I
it?
sent it to Trina.
I
Thank you.
reposted.
Do you not
yeah.
just
I,
literally
bro,
have to just
I ended
go
up
without
having
it?
a crisis 2 weeks, and that was 2 weeks ago. And then they had to give me an emergency transfusion because I had a crisis. But it shouldn't have to take for that
Exactly.
for me to come into hospital. I should be able to receive the blood that I want to get, but we can't help if there's a shortage. People are not signing up to donate blood.
So what do you
And we
think?
need
Very
black
serious,
people
yes, very
donating blood.
serious.
So what do you think are some of the misconceptions around donating blood? Why
So,
people are not doing
so
it?
usually there's 3 points which I've been told and through research and information from the NHS. One, needle phobia.
Yeah, I've got
A
that.
lot of people, including black people, they don't like seeing blood. They don't like needles. It's
Yeah, I
the
look
fear
away.
of. It's the fear of that.
It's such a quick.
No, I have
Yeah.
to look away. I can't see it.
Yeah, some people faint when they see blood. You know, they'll just they'll faint.
I
so,
don't.
so,
I know I'm going mad.
so
but I
um,
don't.
the second one is conspiracy theories. So because of Black history and people and slave trade, all that kind of stuff, a lot of people have misconceptions, especially African Caribbeans. What are they gonna do with my blood? So you know, because of the mistreatment in the past and all of that kind of stuff, even things about synthetic blood you're talking about, there's a huge like step back when black people are hearing about giving blood. Where's it going? Who's it going to? What are they going to do with my blood?
They're going to mad.
Especially spirituality, black people that are involved in
Just me.
spirituality, all of that. There's a lot of blood that's involved in that them kind of things where you think about it. So
Man said, trust me, the one thing he said in the last hour, you know, he just heard black magic. Remember,
but you start to get there
People
start
try
to
to call
be,
you
there
up,
start
man.
to be thoughts around what they're going to do with my blood. The third thing, people actually sign up to give blood but don't turn up for their appointments.
crazy.
So you could have an appointment, you'll sign up today and they'll say, right, in about 6 weeks time you got your appointment at this place and you're geared up. So leaving this place today, people might say, yes, I'm donating blood. Tomorrow you sign up and then they tell you in about 4 weeks and you're geared up 3 weeks. Oh yeah, it's in 3 weeks. It's in 2 weeks. Oh, it's in 1 week. Do I really want to go? And then it's tomorrow. It's like, I ain't got time. A lot of people sign up and actually don't turn up to donate blood.
Their
There's
intentions
also
were there, but not
some-
their actions.
Yeah.
Another
And it's
kind of
needed as well.
Yeah.
misconception to add to your thing.
Yeah.
A lot of feedback that I've heard from people is basically saying how, because they smoke weed, they won't be able to donate.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people in our community, the younger generation stuff, they do kind of partake in those things. That's a misconception. You could check it out on the NHS website. You're totally eligible to donate blood if you smoke the ganja or whatever.
Yeah,
Just
'cause
don't go there high.
I thought that you had to wait like 3 months or
Yeah,
something
and you
like that.
don't. See,
Okay.
so yeah.
Mentioning that actually, is that a relief? Like, can you take CBD?
Yeah, CBD, yeah. That's
as
helped.
a pain management
That's helped a lot. I got something in
prescribed.
my wallet which is called a CAN card.
You got a
Yes.
medical card?
Yeah, CAN card. So a lot of people who have
I need that.
mental or chronic illnesses, you can apply for a CAN card. You pay £29 for the year, and that's CAN short for cannabis. You can get medicinal cannabis, or if you're caught with any cannabis on you because of your condition,
Yeah, I need that.
they'll allow
That's why I'm
you.
on a ban in it for smoking weed.
Okay.
Imagine that if I had my can card,
Yeah.
that'd have been good.
Yeah. So it depends on
Big up
the
streets.
condition you have as well. So some people, as we were talking about holistic, I know some people who take cannabis, and
Big
that's
up Bank of
that's
England.
really helpful for their body just calming down.
Yeah, pain relief as well.
Yeah, for pain relief as well. I take CBD oil. It's helpful as well. So it
I
really
was talking to
depends.
Screech about that
Yeah.
earlier. I swear I was saying to him, does what can weed help with sickle cell?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
obviously
yeah.
we're doing this awareness. I wanted to know, innit? Big up Bank of England because obviously they sponsor man and that. So I was thinking like, yeah, because I know obviously cancer. Like I know about that, the CBD oil and all that. But I was just thinking, like, does it help? So you bun weed, yeah?
No, I don't. I've tried through because I used to smoke when I was younger, like, and my mum found out, and then
And it was
yeah, I had to stop that quickly. But recently, I tried cannabis, and I'm like, it's not for me, man. I prefer CBD oil because it's less hot. It's less I get less side effects and effects and all that kind of stuff. So, but people do it actually benefits people. If you're doing it legally, then you know you can't be prosecuted or anything like that. So I would say look into that kind of thing if it helps you. It may be some type of cannabis oils that you get, or even some sea salts that you get to bath with that help relax your body. There's many different things.
Can I ask how it's affected you like in your workplace? 'Cause obviously, I know Sis has been through tribunal, but we go through that.
Yeah. Have you had experience?
Any
I've been sacked before.
That's us.
Mad.
Yeah, I've been sacked before, and they didn't sack me and say because of sickle cell, but I was told because I was unreliable, and obviously because I would have to call in and say I'm ill.
And you can always like have a reason as well.
That's discrimination, man.
But
Yeah,
I didn't
sis.
tell them I had sickle cell.
Sis,
I didn't tell them I had
Oh,
sickle
you
cell.
didn't tell them.
so you can
I was
always have a
young.
reason. You know,
Okay,
like,
so that's the thing. I think, and I'm my HR hat on. People need to disclose. Yeah, because when you don't disclose your conditions at work, you can find yourself down a performance management route, and you will get dismissed.
that's your
However-
HR talking. That's the HR talking.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
It is.
Let Astar answer. Then
No, go on.
Oh, go on.
Yeah.
So, if you do have a condition, you must disclose at the earliest point. And even if you don't disclose, because you have a disability that's lasted more than 12 months, it's a protected characteristic. So you can still, if the underlying issue, even if you haven't disclosed, you could have still taken them to tribunal. Just want to
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
let
that's
you know.
what she knows.
If you need
yeah,
me,
she knows the thing.
just know that I'll
I
be
remember
there.
that. Sis.
No, but
I
would you-
remember that.
No, but wouldn't the tribunal be against you? You mean it? Like HR?
Against the company, innit?
No, but if I'm helping her as a
HR would be-
lay person, as a lay person.
No, but I'm saying in your job.
Yeah, in my
tribunals
I'm
like,
trying to get
to
them
get-
out. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
But
Remember-
not with things
them
like
out
this.
there.
Like things with
Hayley's
like protected
HR.
things
I
with
know.
protected characteristics. I'm not trying to dismiss people with protected characteristics, because disability is a serious. It's a serious.
See, bare
protected
people don't like
characteristic.
HR, you know.
And on top of that, like if you do it for disability specifically, you get extra percentage if you found that you've dismissed someone unfairly for a disability. They have to
don't
pay
like
an extra
HR, innit?
percentage. Just
Bare
letting you
people
guys.
don't like HR. We don't like HR.
Equally,
I know
to,
people. Yeah,
to
sorry,
add
go
to that,
With
a lot of people with sickle cell, I've been told so many times, "Oh, you don't look like you're ill.
Yeah.
Where's your
Yeah.
disability? Because
And
our
that's really
disability is
annoying.
invisible.
It's a hidden disability.
It's very frustrating
they
to
expect
hear
you to
that.
come out your car and just drop on the
Yeah,
floor.
they
And crawl to the-
actually
and crawl to
expect
the-
that. I don't know
we'll
what they're in their
Somebody else
mindset, what
would
a
discuss as
disabled
well, yeah.
person looks like. But because we're quite well put together and quite happy-go-lucky, they don't see
Yeah, they see
the
you put
other
your
things
finger
that are
on the thing,
happening in the background,
Right.
and that can be frustrating even within, like we talk about the workplace. Yes, I've experienced some employers moving mad,
You want some paper though?
obviously.
Yeah,
Breakers.
I hear that, man.
Obviously.
Oh, breakers.
I hear that.
Tribunal, you get me? You have to
Obviously.
take the tribunal
Obviously, because
to get the paper.
I'm an advocate as my
You
what
could've
this is
got
what I
paper,
do.
you get
So
me?
I'm not going
Trust
to
me,
advocate
it's
for
long,
somebody
but-
and not going to be able to advocate for myself. That's
Yeah.
madness. And I've been doing that from an early age. My first
Tribunal.
experience of tribunal
Had a
was I
couple.
was very
We've got a
young,
few
and I'd
Ps.
actually had a
got a
crisis,
few
not
Ps.
at work, but I had like a crisis where my GP signed me off for like, I don't know, 3 weeks or something. So I missed my I think my 6-month probation meeting. So off the back of that, when I came back to work, they took me to like a work capability hearing and all of this mad stuff. Didn't follow their procedures. I'm good with procedures. We've got family that are lawyers. We're all right here, gone to court, whatever. So off that experience I had, and what Trina was saying is very, very true, because at that point I did tell them that I had sickle cell before, so they knew. And even with that knowledge, they still went
Make the reasonable
and
adjustments.
they didn't make reasonable
Exactly,
adjustments.
they
This is why they had to pay out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would always say to anybody, whether you got sickle cell or not, just put everything down on you don't have to like elaborate too much, but put
But
it
just the
down,
power of
because then they
disclosure.
can send you to like occupational health if they give you like a
Yeah, I've had
conditional
that.
offer and things like that.
Yeah.
And they have to work with you within the law of they have to do it. It's a legal requirement, and a lot of people are scared about that. I've been speaking to
like,
Debbie
that's what I was
about work
saying.
and things. I've advocated for so many people at the
And
hospital.
I'm going to say a lot of employers think that they've got to fork the money out, and so that's why they don't want to do reasonable adjustments. But actually, DWP have work they have reasonable adjustments team, and they actually fund employers to make those reasonable adjustments. Even if it's like you've broken your leg temporarily, like they would fund your employer to cover those adjustments. Something as simple as getting a taxi to come to work, or getting you a heater in the office because you know the weather's cold and maybe your area's not heated well. So there's actually funding out there as well that people can tap in. Access to work. I forgot the name.
Good.
Yeah, but
Also,
it's DWP.
when I was younger, the reason why I didn't tell my employer, I just used to think that I would never get the job if I had disclosed that I had sickle cell. That was always in my mind. I used to think, no, they're not gonna employ me because I'm disabled.
Did
so
you do that?
That was
and it's funny. Sorry, for my and it's unfortunate because you will never know. Because they're not going to say that was the reason we filtered you out of the interview process, unfortunately. But
Did
now
you ever do
I
that?
think
Did I ever do what?
Like,
disclose.
I've always disclosed because remember my degree's in criminal justice. I have 3 degrees, so no one's going to go around my thing. So I'm always going to disclose, and you can take people to tribunal through the recruitment process.
You've
So
done it a couple times though.
play with me and not give me at least the interview. We're now speaking to Trina.
Don't inundate me. But yeah, so
I'm taking Trina's details.
Take Trina's details.
No, that's
take
not
them.
that's not who she spoke to. She's
No,
done her
I'm
own
just
thing.
saying HR because we
she's done her own
have.
thing.
I have
She's
an
won it a
employment
couple times as
solicitor
well.
that I've
That's what I'm saying. You lot
used.
could win with that
That
sickle
I've
cell
used.
thing.
It's not even just about that because I
It's
feel
not.
like
I'm
I feel
saying
just
she's
we
winning.
just
I
want
can't
to be
believe she's winning.
treated. I'm just
Remember,
speaking
I'm
for myself. But you just
man's
want
not
to be
used to winning
treated
in court,
equally,
like,
right?
one away, innit?
Within any environment, you just want to be treated equally. You want things to be fair, and this is where I'm getting all passionate about it because it's actually something that has affected me a lot of the time, and people are putting barriers in place for people that could be really, really good for their companies and do really, really hard work and make a big difference to the communities that they're working in, and just give us a chance.
Do you know what it is on the devil's advocate? Are you going to want to employ someone that you're just going to be sick all the time?
They're not sick all the time.
No, they're not. And that's the misconception. Like, I think as managers and hiring
She's not sick all the
managers,
time.
like,
No,
like,
but you get what I'm saying? Like,
people have strengths. Like, I created the workshop, like, my disability is not about, like, it's not me. Like, you know, like there's other conditions, you know, hidden conditions, or like if you're autistic, you're good with like numbers, like detail, attention to detail and stuff. So people have strengths. Like the disability is not the disability is not the person. And diversity mix works in a workplace. You don't want everyone to be exactly the same.
And even with disabilities, people that have disabilities can bring so much
exactly
into the workspace. Like in fact, most of the employers I've worked with, they didn't even know what sickle cell was till I entered the space, and I have to make them know. And
and you'd be surprised at how many people are actually disabled within your workplace that you don't know, but the HR people know, higher up know.
There's mental health
and vice versa.
Well.
I think even just being in this space, like over the last like 10, 15 years, I've seen there's so much culture change in terms of inclusion and equity and equality. People are like, there's like, if it's a government job, they want people that fit one of the protected characteristic jobs. Like they want to have that diversity mix. You know.
Do they do that to tick the box though?
a lot of the time they do, but it's still.
However you get in the room.
Get in, you get in. Just get in the room.
Yeah.
Have the conversation, then you can show what you can do.
Yeah.
So I'm dyslexic. I never used to like tell people I'm dyslexic, because I felt like it's gonna hinder me. And it did hinder me because I didn't disclose. Yeah. So we'd have times
you didn't mention that on your.
Yeah, we didn't get to that.
episode.
Remember, you were supposed to come
How
back to
can we
me,
not
didn't
get to it?
Anyway, we're here now.
You're dyslexic. We went through your school journey.
So, anyway, sorry.
All of a sudden, she's dyslexic.
Anyway, let me finish. So I didn't disclose. What happened is when I had to do briefings, like things that were embargoed, for example, and the documents were given to me on the day at the time to deliver, I couldn't deliver it, and I like misread or didn't put it in order, whatever. So I can scan read if I've got time. So when I disclosed, I got things before everyone else got it.
Right.
So it gave me time to be able to digest it, get the key points out of it, and then be able to brief it to my teams. I was briefing things in the wrong way. I was stuttering through things, but normally I don't deliver that way because I know what I'm saying because I've already briefed myself. So yeah, the power of disclosure made it much easier for me. So I advocate for disclosure. Like, and if people don't want you there, that's fine. You'll go where you're wanted.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Let's have some. let's talk to our actual guests.
Yeah.
And
Okay. Sorry.
because that's why they're here, for us to talk to them, not to hear about us.
So mental health, like having like a chronic illness, how does that impact your mental health?
Well, I feel
Sorry, sis.
I'm just speaking.
go.
I'm speaking for myself, but I feel this is relevant because I've met a lot of people in the hospital through mutually having sickle cell and things like that. And I would say every single person I've met in the hospital with the chronic condition suffers from mental health problems on various scales.
But definitely you.
Definitely you.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
And you don't even have sickle cell.
I know, but you definitely got mental health.
Debbie.
And I've got the tray, innit? So, I mean, I'm with you. It's cold right now. Where's my jacket?
It affects
Sorry, Debbie.
my mental
my
health.
jacket?
Apologies. Yeah.
It affects my mental. Or it did affect my mental health quite a lot. I used to not want to be here.
Oh.
Like it just, that's how bad it was. Like it
Suicidal, we did.
not suicidal.
That
I
is
wouldn't
what
wanna,
that means, though.
No, I wouldn't want to kill myself.
Yeah.
But I just used to think, why? Like I just want
Why
it.
me?
Yeah, like why do I have to go through it? Like I used to doubt myself. It played with my mind a lot. But growing up and I think having kids,
Must be so bad as a child.
come out of that space. My mental health is quite good now, I would say. Like I'm in a much better place.
What sort of things did you do to get to this healthy space?
I'll be honest, I'm religious, so God.
I didn't think about that though, you know. You know how mad that must be growing up though. I didn't even think about that with my sister. Why that must be why you're so.
Yeah, I've got a relationship with Jesus, so I find comfort
I ain't got my reasons yet, but I know you're.
in God, and I just know that He has a purpose in my life, and He brought me here, and He knows what He's doing in my life, and He will continue to see me through.
Inshallah.
So that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps my mind.
Inshallah.
I love that for you, Debbie. I love that for you.
Are you religious now?
Are you talking to me?
No, I'm just scared, man.
Astar, what sort of things do you do to manage your mental well-being?
So my faith is one of the things that helps me as well. I'm a Christian as well as like Debbie, and the first time I could say Spray's going mad. Spray, you're going mad, man.
Okay.
I said Christian is alhamdulillah. I hear that.
I'm trying to get what I'm saying.
I hear that. But
Conversion.
I think counselling and therapy.
Almost with us.
Another thing we don't talk about in our community enough and need to talk about is therapy. Black people need to understand therapy is for us as well. A lot of us have got traumatic pasts or are currently going through traumatic things. Our parents' generation down to us. And hopefully we don't pass that on to our children's generation. Counselling and therapy is one of the things that really allows us to look in the mirror and see what we've gone through and allow someone to help us walk through what we've gone through. So I've had counselling for having sickle cell. It's been very, very beneficial.
How old was you?
When I started counselling, it was about, if I'm honest, recently. So in my early 30s.
Have you had counselling?
Yeah.
You have, innit?
Yes.
In the hospital, they've got sometimes, not all the time. I think they've stopped that now.
Yeah, they've stopped
When you're an inpatient, you can have a counsellor that will come and speak to you.
I don't think that's the right place to have it though.
Yeah,
when you're in a hospital bed, someone's, so how do you feel?
I didn't think about it though, but you know how mad it must be as a youth, like you lot in school, just thinking about it, like raw, like why have I got this? Because I'm just thinking what I'll be thinking, like raw, like why? You know what I mean?
And
even people with like diabetes and all that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think about that as well. You know, like they have to go and do the injury. Like you think, like, why have I got to do this?
Yeah.
Do you know, a lot of the time we just get on with it.
Yeah. Because you're used
If
to
it's
it.
something you've
But I'm thinking
grown up with,
but
it's
you wouldn't know
it's
that you had mental
normalised
health.
to
You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying because you just got, you wouldn't know that it's affected your mental
Yeah,
health. though.
people don't know you've got that trauma thing.
Like, because other kids, what you're saying, you don't think we ain't got to think about that. We're not thinking about it.
Because some people will say to me, "Oh, I feel so sorry for you." I'm like, "I'm not feeling sorry for myself like that." Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's because
I
you
feel
just
sorry
learn-
for them
you
because
got
their
them.
life's not lifing like mine.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, sometimes I think we'd actually realise what people see because, like I said, we just have to get on and we've lived with it our whole life, so it's our normal. Yeah.
But
Exactly.
the fact that I think religious, that's I think what keeps you up going as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely me anyway.
Do you know
And
what I
your
mean?
family.
Yeah.
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 I was gonna say is having children as well. They give you like a purpose of
Yeah. And a new strength.
wanting to wake up every day where you just want to lay in bed all day because of pain or whatever.
Faith is a strong thing.
Yeah, and even just being in the hospital and being on FaceTime to my girls, I just want to get out of there, go home, and just be with my children and my family.
How many
do you know
kids
what I'm
you got?
saying? I got two girls.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you do music, yeah? Let's just get a bit into Astar's story for a sec, because he's actually. When did you start doing music? And what made you want?
I came up in the grime era, man.
So you know
so
about them.
Obviously,
them
I was at
of course you know slew them.
yeah.
Elstone.
I was around there, so I was at Tom Hood between 99 and 2004. So Fuming was 1
Big up
year
Fuming.
older than me.
That's
That was around Fuming was 1 year older than me. So me and my boys even we was at the Power video shoot. He shot that in Leytonstone. So around that grime era,
We got Lethal before he turned SA1 gone.
yeah. So around the grime era, it was difficult to avoid that. He was either kicking ball or he was MCing.
R.I.P. Esco.
Yeah. Esco was one of the hood legends, man.
Elstone.
Yeah. I remember seeing Esco on the high road, like when you see man on DVDs all that stuff, and you just see him raw. Even Chronic, bruv.
Yeah.
Well, the first time I saw Chronic wasn't a great experience. Not for me, anyway.
What happened? He went mad.
Chronic, you're a reformed man, now, innit? But I'll tell this story, yeah, because
he loves it anyway.
No alleged.
one day I saw a video on the phone, yeah, and I saw some boy. Someone called a boy Chronic to his school, and then some boy was getting slapped. I was like, raw. So Chronic was seen as like the guy in the ends, like if you wanted to this guy cross the road, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Was he the Debo?
Yeah, Chronic was the Debo, bro.
Chronic, he was deep.
Asperger's guy mad in someone.
No.
I'm wife for that. Go on.
But
no.
that was around the whole culture, the whole
Yeah,
grime
like, come
era
with
that
bad
we were,
people, man.
You know what I'm saying? So that's
Jeez.
how I just started MCing. It was
He's
like
thinking about it. When did I do that?
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. I just don't know how you've taken out of it that I was the bad guy.
no. I did. I was saying that's the first experience that I had, because obviously we're talking about Esco, R.I.P. But that's the first
R.I.P.
experience I saw of Chronic. You know what I'm saying? And so that's in school. Really, everyone just writing bars, and then
That's my game.
MCing, and then you just stick to it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, Chronic. Definitely going across the road when you see him.
No, not even.
No.
That's what's mad. That see that the whole perception that
Yeah,
It's mad, innit? What people.
That's exactly what it is. Perception, word of mouth.
Because he's cool.
Back
like,
in
we're
the day,
cool.
yeah. Like,
But look what
yeah.
people is thinking. They're thinking to cross the
But
road.
that's exactly what it is.
man.
It's perception, man, and
Yeah.
and how we used to view things back in the day of it was always cool to be
So now
considered a
you
bad
think
man
it's
or
cool
whatnot.
to
do
be
you
on
know
the
what I'm
same
saying?
side of the road as me now. You're
Guy,
thinking
man.
reformed.
Same road, Con.
Yeah,
So-
you're
You know what I'm
thinking
saying?
it's
So-
calm. Now everyone's getting in my way. So kind
So
of.
do you know why you wanted to do music, or
It was just like something
you just
that was to do. Football I couldn't do. I was playing football in school, but again, my health was a barrier. Music, now I understand it's a way of expression.
therapy?
You know,
as well?
yeah, I did a song in 2019 on the NHS called Hidden Pain. If you check out Astar Hidden Pain on YouTube, you could check it out. It's a song about having sickle cell. And
Available on streaming.
yeah, all of that. So when I did that song Hidden Pain, I shot the video and I released it. I'm like, this is why I understand why music was a great platform or a great outlet for me, because it was really a way to just express my pain. And that's what I do now, just talk about life, pain, faith in my music.
How did you get a partnership with NHS?
Just through mutual people that, within the sickle cell community, you start to meet people who work for the NHS. This person introduces you to that person, and I met someone from NHS BT told them that I got this song and idea. Through my contacts, managed to get a hospital awards because Whitechapel didn't want to give it to me. So I ended up going to UCLH, which is in Central. They said they gave me a whole ward and said, this is for you to shoot for the day. And then when the NHSBT saw that, they said, right, we can partner on it, and then we released it together. So, yeah.
And did you did all the money go towards charity or anything?
Went towards my charity.
Oh.
I have a charity now.
What charity?
It's called Hidden Pain Society.
Yes.
So I
I'll give
do.
I'll give that a little round of applause. You get me?
Yeah. So I go into schools, prisons, corporate organizations, places of worship to do. I've been once.
Done a couple workshops.
Yeah. To do workshops. So I go and do talks about sickle cell and blood donation. And what's mad, Spray? I went a few months ago. I went to Holy Family.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I went
got
there
Holy Family.
to speak to year 9, 10s and 11s about sickle cell. And there was a young man who went to Holy Family called Evan Nathan Smith. I'm not sure if you know about his story. He was a young man who lost his life in North Middlesex Hospital because of neglect from doctors and nurses. And he had sickle cell. And he was telling them about his pain, and he wanted oxygen, and they were just neglecting him. And he ended up passing away. And when I went to Holy Family, there was a few teachers and students that knew him, and I was able to talk to them about sickle cell. I think his family are still ongoing.
Okay.
So they had to release a statement about what happened and all of that kind of stuff. So
he actually called 999 while he was in
whilst he was in his hospital
He
beds.
called 999 whilst in
That's
hospital
right.
bed.
Imagine that, the kind of treatment that you're getting from nurses. Whilst because they weren't helping him.
An inpatient. He was already in hospital.
So he's asking for the ambulance, basically.
Ambulance just
Or
for
police.
help.
Just
And
help.
Obviously, they can't help him because
He's already in hospital. He was already
That's how
admitted
desperate
in
he
North
got.
Mid.
And basically, all they needed to do was something simple.
He was asking for oxygen.
Yeah, he
He
was
could
asking
breathe.
for oxygen.
And a lot of the
them
time as
don't
well,
know
I've
their
noticed,
protocol.
You know, I don't know if this ever happened to you, Ellie. You ask for oxygen, they'll say to you, your sats are normal.
Yeah, your oxygen levels, because of that, you don't need oxygen. Yeah,
But you can feel that you need it.
yeah. And the reason why you're having a crisis is because of
The oxygen.
the lack of oxygen around your body. Do you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times you have to advocate for yourself, man.
But that is so hard to do when you're in so much pain already and you're having to advocate for yourself. And that's why sometimes we get so upset, we get angry, and then we get labelled aggressive.
Frustration, though, really.
Do you know what I mean? There's been so many times I've been called aggressive, but I'm in so much pain and you're not listening to me. So the only other thing I can do is shout and cry.
I remember the time when I was admitted and you was there and you was like, thank you. If I was, I had to go get the nurse to give you your medication, even though you'd asked her like 2 hours before, right?
And that's not even your job.
Exactly. You're a patient
But that's
yourself.
what Debbie was saying to me. She's like, I'm so grateful that you're here because I would have still been left. I went and I run the lady. Respectfully.
Yeah. So you're doing something, aren't you?
So I've got an Instagram page where I speak about sickle cell, try to bring as much awareness as I can. I'm in the process of starting a charity, but hasn't officially gone through yet. So yeah, but I'm more for mothers and families with sickle cell. Like, say if you've got if you're a mother and you've got children with sickle cell, or you're the person with sickle cell and you've got children. So that's more where
Trying to build a community.
Yeah,
type of thing.
that's more where I advocate. Yeah.
Yeah. So the music thing. How's that going now?
It's all right. So I think most of my focus has gone on doing sickle cell awareness. So there's a lot of work around that. As September Sickle Cell Awareness Month has been very busy. So I had the opportunity to go to places like Meta or Snapchat, go to Telegraph. ACLT had a charity a few weeks ago, which they invited me to. So, and podcasts like this as well. So just the work,
make aware,
the focus has been more on sickle cell awareness, but definitely still working on some music on the side as well.
Yeah. Because you're very talented. I listened to a couple of your things earlier on. You've got something now, innit? You're not starting something.
I've just been doing workshops. I've been doing.
No, but that CIC or what was it?
No, I
called?
haven't.
That you
I
lot
haven't
followed
started
me.
a
That thing I
CIC.
followed.
Music.
That thing I followed.
Oh no, it's just a page, Instagram page on Sickle Cell. I post things
I can't
about.
believe you told me to follow it.
Yeah, I told you to
And you're
follow
not
it
even
because
trying
you're
to-
my brother.
No,
But
but you're
it's,
not even
it's
trying
like
to
it's like because
promote it. Go on.
obviously there's a lot of
It's just fresh,
all our
basically.
experiences are
Nah.
different, right? So I'm more to the side of holistic ways of coping. So that's what that page is about. It's like Sickle in Me or something. It's like, it's not, but I've always
the name
been.
Of the page, Sickle in Me.
I think so. So follow it.
Sickle in Me, follow it.
But yeah, so I've always just done workshops. I've been doing this for years, like around sickle cell awareness. I've
Whereabouts you do the workshops?
mostly online. I've
Okay.
been contracted by like the Sickle Cell Society and
Amazing.
did workshops whilst I was pregnant. The last
Astar
time
does the most.
probably, but I have another job as well.
But also, you're going to be doing a launch for a blood drive, isn't it?
Yeah,
Sure.
me and Trina's been speaking about doing a
Amazing.
couple things that's going to be in the pipeline, but nothing before it's time.
Yeah.
You have to take a leaf out of Astar's book.
I'll take lots
they're
of
gonna
leaves.
all
be
Astar will
involved
be
at this point.
involved.
All
taking
involved
leaf
at
out of
this
yours,
Be
point.
involved. There's
Yeah.
networking.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm just going, man, I'm trying to see if China's
Yeah,
going to lean
no.
forward.
No one's leading forward here. Everyone's heavy over here.
Yeah. You've got much more years of experience, so just living with sickle cell, knowing about it as well. And I think younger people need to know about it as well.
Yeah.
Like my 3-year-old daughter's asking me, Daddy, what's sickle cell? And that's the age where I need to start telling her what it is. So I don't think we need to shy away from telling our children what we have.
Yeah.
So my daughter, my eldest is 3, and she knows when I'm in hospital, Daddy's got sickle cell. So
There's Melody now.
Yeah. I've been honest with all my children because
I know
it's a
Press is
thing.
old enough, but I'm saying
No, but I'm saying even to Precious, all of them have to know because imagine I'm at home alone and they see me curl up in pain. It hasn't happened because I kind of protect them from that. If I'm in pain, I'll just go and take my medication and crack on with life. But I think everybody around me, even when I enter the workspace, that's the first thing I say to like my colleagues. I'm like, I've got sickle cell. They ask, what is that? I'll explain to them. It's up to them to go and look into it. I'm not here to deliver workshops to them unless you're paying me. I'm not doing that. The internet is free. Do you know what I mean? But I think it's always good to make everybody aware just in case something happens. Like I could have a stroke. I could have anything could happen to me. So they need to know what to say to the ambulance if they present that about my underlying condition.
What do you not think of that Super Soul film? Did you go and watch it? I haven't watched it, you know.
you didn't watch it?
I haven't watched
Very,
it yet.
very
no?
good.
Have you watched it?
Yeah.
Have you watched
A
it?
lot of awareness.
I haven't watched it yet because obviously I just saw it. But I am going to go and watch it because I noticed that big up Akai Coleman is in there. It's my brethren, Akai anyway. That's the best young actor out there. Akai Coleman, he's in there. But yeah, boom. That's why I will watch that film.
It brought a lot of awareness. Every episode had a conversation about sickle cell.
Yeah.
And that was the reason, that was one of the stories of what joined all the
Big up Rapman for that as well.
superheroes together. Yeah.
Big him up, salute him for that because he has brought a lot of awareness to that situation.
And that was from him knowing someone in college that had sickle cell.
Yeah.
And he
Oh, is
wanted to, did more research about it and understood that
It would have been good to have him here and explain more about sickle cell because I am closer to sickle cell than Pom Pom and them. Do you get what I'm saying?
Anywho, so I'm just wondering, like, in terms of like insurance, life insurance and things like that, have you been able to secure life insurance? Have you struggled? Anything like that?
So I've been told that I can't get life insurance because of sickle cell.
Leanne insures you.
That's
Big
not
up Leanne.
That's not true.
You can get, what's it called?
Yeah.
Kelly can help you as well.
Leanne. That's what Leanne does.
You can.
What's the
I'm
thing you've got
gonna put you.
Is it-
No, that's health insurance. But
I'm gonna put you in contact with someone.
Yeah.
But you know what
I've
it is?
got insurance now.
Oh.
Okay.
But,
You don't have to pay a bear though.
Yeah, the fee's a bit higher.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Because my wife has life insurance, so do I.
Yeah.
I pay like a good £30 more than she does,
Right.
but because the cover's more. But you
Luckily
can
it's
get
only
life insurance
£30.
with sickle cell, but it's difficult to get with just your normal. You have to proper do research about it or be recommended. But
I got
it is.
refused, didn't it?
I got it with a company called.
So they couldn't find the
company,
trait.
Too
but
many
other
scars,
companies told me
Jenny.
no, but then
They're
there was
knowing.
one particular company.
They're trying to get you out
Sorry,
of
1
there.
second.
I can't.
Go on.
So I had been refused by many companies, but then there's one particular company now I know that are doing it for a lot of sickle cell patients. So now I've got it, but it was difficult.
You need to speak to them and get a code so people can do it through you,
yeah.
and then you
Yeah,
can
for
share the
real.
name.
Yeah.
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 Well, I've been refused it.
Have you refused? Yes.
Several
Kelly?
times. Even till recently, during my last pregnancy because that was
I
something
got a link still.
me and my husband discussed. My husband had a link as well.
Yeah, I thought he patterned it.
They went
That's what I'm
through. He's got like, you know, when you're like mortgaging and stuff like that, you have what do you call the brokers and stuff.
Yeah.
So because I went through the general companies, I won't mention the names to rub them out because they're big, but they refused me. I went through the
Why
process.
not rub
They've
them out? They
refused
refused you.
because I'm not trying to get sued.
I'm not gonna get sued.
But anyway, so I got refused,
Otherwise,
and then
if
my
that's the case,
husband
I'm
put
gonna
me in
get sued
contact with
bare
a
times.
broker. But even with that, obviously they have like a wider selection of people, and we used everybody that they had at the time, and no one would insure me. But obviously we have
difficult.
home
Can't get
insurance
sued. You
and a
got the
house
buying
and
minister
stuff and
next to you.
whatever.
You got the wine
So
minister.
deeds
Call you
and
the buying
deeds, so
minister,
it's
you know.
fine. But that's something I want to look into, and you've already told me about Kelly Upstage, so I'm gonna
Kelly
shout
Upstage.
her.
Kelly
Oh,
Up-
yeah.
I call her a pluggy, man. That's the plug.
Yeah,
Kelly,
so I'm
Kelly
gonna
Upstage.
use
Big
the
up Kelly
Kelly.
Upstage,
Big up
man.
Kelly
Yeah,
all
big up
day,
Kelly.
every
So
day.
I'm trying to big up Leanne insures you.
I don't know who's
anything.
Leanne
And
Insured.
Leanne
You've
as
never
well.
said that
Big
to
up
me
Leanne
before.
as well.
Like she knows.
Yeah.
MetLife.
Leanne Insured.
MetLife. You met them at MetLife.
Who's MetLife?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So MetLife is
Yeah, he'll tell you now.
it's a
He knows everything.
medical insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So some people have MetLife in order to get paid when they get admitted into hospital.
Oh no, I've had that. So my husband, the broker of
He's
my
got-
husband suggested that, but I want life insurance.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's
yeah,
different. I can get that.
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
insurance I
yeah.
can get.
What's
Yeah.
that
But
insurance,
because I'm rarely
Health
admitted
insurance
into
called- Yeah, that's
hospital,
MetLife.
it doesn't
Yeah,
work
work
for
for
me.
you.
Yeah.
Like we was talking about, everybody with sickle cell experiences it differently.
Differently, yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
guess again with you guys, because you're admitted way more frequently, it will pay out and be worthwhile for you, but not for me. I've had
I
like
understand, yeah.
2 admissions in 15 years or something.
But they're my missions.
They don't pay that much. They pay per
No, but I'm
day.
saying they're nearly dying.
Yeah,
like
but they
missions.
pay
You
per
get what I'm saying?
day.
I'm
That
going
it still
with
doesn't really make sense for what you're paying in the monthly
Masses.
fees
Yeah.
for
So,
me.
life expectancy. Have you had those type of conversations with your consultants, doctors, etc.? And how's that made you feel?
I go around all of that. They can't tell me, because if I listen to the medical professionals respectfully, I wouldn't have
Do they
3
even tell you
beautiful
that?
children.
Exactly.
They
Do they even tell you
advise
that?
they advise you not to have children. They advise you so
lot,
many
yeah.
different things. But with me and like my mum, God rest her soul, we don't listen to things. God is the only person that can command and think how your life is going to pan out. So if I listened to them, I wouldn't have had any of my children. If I listened to them, I wouldn't have gone to uni. I wouldn't even have gone to Iceland and explored bare different places I've gone.
Iceland.
I took my husband to Iceland for our
Sainsbury's is cheaper.
birthdays. No, Iceland, the country,
Oh, okay.
to
Well,
see
the Northern Lights, the Northern Lights.
Iceland, the Northern Lights, Iceland.
right.
Not mum goes to Iceland.
I'm
But,
going mad.
yeah.
I can't believe
But obviously,
myself.
he's a
as laughing.
joker, so he has to put the
I
jokes in
can't
between. I
believe
know you. I grew
myself.
up with you long enough to know.
So when I was young,
Yeah.
my doctors did tell my mum that I wouldn't live until the age of 10. I wouldn't live after the age of 10, sorry.
Oh,
So, but again, going back quickly to a mental, do you see how things like this can affect you?
Yeah,
that would have been
100%.
affected your mum and that though.
Yeah, but even
Also
now,
her as the
'cause
child.
they tell us, well, before they used to say 40, sickle cell patients don't live until the age of 40, and then it's 60, but then
Is it?
can you imagine, like,
You're
you're
just
living your life
constantly
and then
waiting.
you're,
Yeah.
so like Vicky said, I don't listen to none of that. Like,
That's mad.
I just put my trust in God.
Mm-hmm.
You've got people that are not
We've
ill
got older brother.
that just die. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
So I know that God's got me, and I know that God has given me 2 beautiful
Be sure.
children to be here to look after. So that's all I think about.
And I honestly, I'm happy when I see or hear of people that are much older in their
Yeah,
50s and 60s that
I
have
got,
sickle
my,
cell.
I got an older brother. That's why I just think.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
shit,
yeah. How's it been for him?
I don't think. He
We don't. So the way I am, yeah, I rarely, like, apart from if people ask me questions, I don't be like, oh yeah, I've got sickle cell, because I know I have the condition,
Do
right?
you reason with Matthew though?
Sometimes, but
Do
no,
you
it's
know
not
how-
about. We talk about other stuff. We're
Yeah,
not just
no,
like,
but I'm
oh,
saying, do you
bro,
know-
how's
no, I'm
your
saying,
sickle
do you
cell
know how his
treating
thing
you
is?
today?
Remember, he's
He's
older,
fine.
innit?
Yes, I know he's older. I saw him last week, but I'm
Yeah,
saying our conversations is like when me and you speak. We're not just talking about sickle cell. We're
of
talking
course.
about other stuff.
Yeah,
We're
but I
just
ain't got
normal
it.
people.
But through both yours experience of seeing this is big bro,
Yeah.
He's older than
So yeah,
that's how
so he
it's
will
been
come
when you
because
just said that, it
my
made me
older
think, wow,
brother,
yeah.
my older brother,
getting
he's
to the age thing,
55, right? My older
Yeah.
brother's 55. He just turned 55 this year, and
Beating
he
him
doesn't
up.
have any blood transfusions. So again, this is why we're saying everybody experiences sickle cell differently. He doesn't have blood transfusions. He's on like medication that I probably got prescribed when I was like 10 or something. He's on very, very light medication for pain relief. So his experience is completely different.
But then when he has a crisis,
so we
he has a
have
crisis.
conversations, but people have crises all the time. Like we experience this crisis all the time in different levels and different levels of pain and stuff. They're not all the same. So where was I going with that? So the conversations I have with like people around me, I'm not just sticking on, oh, my condition. If I focused too much on what my condition is, I wouldn't have achieved as much of the stuff that I've achieved in my life. So I know it's there, like, oh yeah, I've got sickle cell, great, let me crack on with my life, because I have 3 beautiful children, I'm married, own my house, own my own stuff, have deeds. I'm not putting barriers in front of me. I've already got a barrier that I'm aware of it. So all I can do is kind of mitigate how I move forward and make sure that my children are okay. And when I die, they're going to have stuff to inherit. They're going to be fine. They have a stable home. They have
Inshallah.
their sisters, siblings, my husband, they're taken care of. And I don't lie. I've never lied to my kids about anything. If they ask me, I've always been of the mindset, if they're old enough to ask me the question, I'm going to answer them truthfully. However that truth hits is how they hit. But they need to know. I'm not going to guard them from it, because if I'm
we
all
was
in
watching
pain,
horror films from we was
from early. But I just feel like how my
my
mum
God,
raised me is probably different to Leon's experience, because she had to raise a woman with sickle cell, and she probably understood the barriers that I would have to face when she's not there. So I thank God that I had the mother that I did, because she didn't restrict me in any way, apart from I just thought about actually when I was in my teenagers, she never used to let me go out and play without this guy. I had to go everywhere with this maniac, everywhere, probably because that was her way of safeguarding. If I have a crisis, my brother's there. Not that he would have done anything but add to the pain, but you know.
She said anything. She's going mad.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's protective as much as he makes jokes. I know he loves me, and the love is
She doesn't
mutual.
know.
Yeah, I know.
If you loved me, then you wouldn't have let me come out with these tight trousers.
Well, you make the decisions
joking,
of your style yourself.
We know what it
nothing
is.
to do with me.
Oh man, I had to.
But they look all right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Me and Crum, we know we do our own thing. Why for that? But not a bit. But you know what I'm saying?
It works for the algorithm.
Do our own. Do you see it? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, we're Dominican. We can go right or wrong. You get what I'm saying? But we're gonna. Do you know what I mean? We're gonna still be us. How was the thing last night? Just sorry, he had a little thing last night. Just quickly.
Oh, I had a battle rap event. I host events. One in Camden, the Fiddler's Elbow last night. Well, I wouldn't say
wild.
Yeah, it's mad. Yeah, it's even called the legendary Fiddler's Elbow, but it's mad. But it was a great performance. Still, we had a few.
We got DZ.
Yeah, young DZ.
We got
Funky D in the board. There was a couple people in the board, and we had a headline battle. Big up Whispers versus Maverick. Whispers won. Yeah, so
we got Whispers.
Yeah, and it was joke. It was joke. Still, there was a couple of jokes still.
All right, that's not. I just needed to have Chronic say something. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been going mad the whole episode. Like I've had this.
Not been going mad.
Not going mad, but I'm saying, he's been cool.
No.
Quiet today.
I've got jokes in my head.
Reflecting and taking information.
Yeah, is it like I said? Like I know who Astar is and that. So, but I obviously wouldn't have known this. So I'm learning. Sometimes it's good to learn, isn't it? Like
no, but they need to understand as well. We did have a pep talk, me and him, and we tried to tell each other we need to be good today.
Yeah, no,
You know what
but
I'm saying? And he's actually done way better than me, and I'm
No,
upset
do you know,
with
like I
myself.
said,
You know what I'm saying? I'm upset with myself.
naturally have jokes in your
Yeah,
own head,
when-
innit?
yeah,
When
yeah,
you're
yeah,
saying
yeah.
you're needing oxygen in hospital, I'm thinking just open the window and a couple things that I'm not gonna say
guy
that,
mad,
innit?
this guy
Like,
mad.
Open the window,
can't
you have
believe-
a crisis, or make
I can't
it worse.
believe he's
So
letting
Connor's
out
just there
what he was
sitting there
thinking.
battling with his foot. Should
Yeah,
I say it? Should I not
just
say it?
mad
That's what he was
battles.
thinking.
And
Mad
first of all,
battles.
Talking
none
of
of the
things.
windows in the hospital actually open.
That's why, yeah. So that's what I'm
That's
thinking.
the
window,
But I'm knowing you need it in your
He's
blood,
against,
innit?
innit?
So, but I'm there. I'm
He's against.
thinking so much
We're
madness.
telling our
I'm just
story. He's thinking that.
no,
He's
because
against.
I would like see you again. Like, yeah, I've got mad jokes. Like
Yeah,
every
yeah.
joke's to
You know
do with
what,
oxygen.
saying that, like, laughter means a lot.
Yeah,
So when you're
real
having
talk.
sitting down in the bed, I download like comedy shows all the time, and that's what I'm
Yeah,
watching when
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
having my transfusion. Like, as much as it's a serious conversation and it's a serious condition, laughter can help,
Real talk.
and even talking to people help.
because it's a distraction.
Yeah.
When I was young, I remember Dr. Telfer always used to tell my parents when I'm having a crisis, put in Disney movies for her because it will distract her, and it used to work.
I'm even
sometimes.
thinking to myself, we had a younger crew, and there was a guy in our crew, Sniper, big up Sniper, I'm gonna call you out. He had sickle cell, innit? And like, yeah, man knew about it.
Everyone knows someone.
Yeah, but the details of it, like, man's looked over bare things. I remember we're in a rough crew, just physical, innit? Why for that? But like, yeah, so
That's what I was saying. My driller had it. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, that we always don't like you said, laughter and just dealing with people normally is good for them, but awareness is even better for them, innit?
Right.
Because I think to myself now, so if you had a crisis, I would have, even though I've got bare people's pitney and governing, like their mums know I'm gonna get them all back safely and that, but how safe if you don't know, like, man, but that all comes from
That
disclosing.
people with what's that thing? Epilepsy.
Yeah.
And you have to learn. Remember, like, I think I had a brethren, and you have to learn about the spoon, innit?
Yeah, for them not to swallow their
Yeah.
tongue.
Yeah,
Scary.
yeah.
Sharpie. You
Yeah.
got Sharpie. Sharpie had epilepsy.
All of you have mentioned that you do some type of advocacy work, or you've got like a passion to kind of edify people around sickle cell. How important is it to you to kind of spread awareness?
So important, because without awareness, people won't know. Like, without awareness, we'll still have people
I could have answered that.
giving birth to people with sickle cell, because
Yeah.
sometimes people generally don't know. And I think for most of us here, because we're in our families, that's the only way most probably people are, like, our families knew about it.
Yeah.
But then I'd go out, some of my friends never even understood what sickle cell could do or what sickle cell was about. They've heard the name, but they don't know enough. They don't know what it looks like at all. So being an advocate is just letting people know that this is real and it is serious, and you can avoid it if you really can, if you really want to. And just education's key to everything. So then if you know something, you know how to go about it. So yeah.
And also for our community, I always say, knowledge is key. Knowledge is power, and especially with us three going through having lived experience. It's, if I was to see a ditch down the road and I know I've fallen down there and broke my leg, the next thing I want to do is warn people that are coming, that are taking the steps behind and saying, watch out for that. You know what I'm saying? And this is how you watch out for it, or, you know what I'm saying? It's sad that I get phone calls today from my friends saying, hey, Star, my child's got sickle cell. And I'm like, like, in 2024, we need to be doing better. We need to be knowing about our health, having a conversation.
No,
Yeah,
because you lot said about you can, like, it's just mad.
But this is the
Because
thing
if
why.
you just like someone, like, if, do you know what I mean? If you, you know what I'm saying, Craig? If you
But
end
this
up
is-
just
this is
liking a
why-
girl,
I
and
wish it
then-
was as easy as
No.
that spray, man.
This
Do
is
you know what
why
I mean?
conversations
Now
like
you
this
like her,
are
but you
important,
can't,
though.
because
This is why conversations like this are important, because what you guys need to understand, that you have a really big, one of the biggest urban platforms going that have a lot of subscribers and a lot of younger people and all kinds of demographics check into this kind of podcast. So
Oh,
on
it's
this,
so aggressive.
I'm not talking
I'm joking,
aggressive.
I'm
What's
joking,
wrong with you?
I'm joking.
This is what he does. This is
No,
what we
can't.
do
No,
when
but it was a
cameras
bit
are off. It's
aggressive,
fine.
that's fine.
But yeah, so
Sibling
this is
banter.
why these conversations are important, and it's good for platforms like this to raise awareness about something so important. A lot of people don't understand that. I believe sickle cell is one of the fastest growing blood disorders in the country.
It is, yeah.
Like,
it is,
and it's mad that in 2024, like you said, a lot of people don't even know, like, that, okay, I've had a child now, my child's got sickle cell, what? So you went the whole 9 months without even considering that. That is wild. And this is, for me, why education, it needs to start from school. It shouldn't start from college and stuff when people are having sex. They need to have this in the national curriculum, in PSHE or whatever. It needs to be spoken about.
Especially in urban areas and schools where there's predominantly black and Asian. Why are you not having conversations that's affecting the community?
Like, why should I find out that I had the trait at 29?
Exactly. And why would I have to wait to have a child in order to find out? My genotype.
So imagine, so with all that being said, like, what advice would you give to a parent that's just found out or just got the diagnosis that their child has sickle cell?
There's no going back from that. The child is here now. So I think giving them the right tools to support their child, putting them in touch with people from the NHS, Sickle Cell Society, of help they can get. I was at a sickle cell retreat a few weeks ago. Sickle Cell Society, they do one every year, where they get a child with sickle cell, their siblings and their family, and they pay for them to go on a retreat outside London. It's a weekend where they're able to find out about sickle cell. But also we did talking sessions with the siblings of the young people who have sickle cell. How is it for you as a sibling?
No one ever asked me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You've had to look up, you got to look after, and a lot of them have told me, I feel like I've got no life.
Can't I have pain as well? Like,
You weren't around.
I can't.
You weren't even around, bro.
That's why I asked you earlier on, how's it for you? Because the
I've got
sibling gets
survivor's guilt.
affected. Yeah,
Like, I'm just there.
100%.
I'm cool. You're not cool. Like,
Yeah, you got
You're-
PTSD
do you
from
get what
the
I'm saying?
pain, I hear it.
Yeah.
like, come on.
The
Like,
sibling
I'm
gets
growing.
affected, you're
You're
the
not growing.
parents get
Like, do you get what I'm
affected.
saying?
Yeah,
Remember,
for real.
she's my older sister. I'm getting taller
Right.
so quick. Like, there's no, but there's things. No, but it's true. You don't know. That's with sickle cell though. They don't grow as fast, innit? So imagine your older sister, but you're just getting tall so quick. You're still. It's mad, innit? I'm telling you, I'm eating folic acid. I'm going mad. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
It was
and that's.
today as
I was
well
even
when
gonna say.
realised
I was
she
gonna
was
say
doing
because
that.
obviously you got the same mum and dad. You said no siblings type of thing in the yard.
Yeah. So I'm the only child from both
Yeah,
parents.
so I can't really ask. So I was gonna say, did you ever feel, I don't know, from mum or parents like your burden, or did they? Do you know what I mean?
What, did I feel burdened?
Like a burden.
Like a
Like,
burden?
oh,
Never.
like-
Mum
or
never
did-
made me
I
feel
don't
like
know.
a burden.
I don't know how you felt,
No, that's what I'm
innit?
saying. So from my experience, our mother never made me feel like I was a burden because she encouraged me to like do.
Am I just saying the mad words?
Burden's the
it's
right.
right
word.
word.
Burden's the correct word.
Yeah,
to
you know what I
use.
mean?
But I'm saying,
Just sounded a
mum,
bit mad.
mum never put any restrictions on me, and I thank God for that, because the same way you and Jam and all of that was playing out in Priory Court, I was there. Like, my mum never stopped me from going outside. Might have been
believe you
mad.
said you was
Maybe
there.
she shouldn't. But I'm saying she never stopped me from going to play out. I used to be like a tomboy, do all of the stuff. My mum sent me to Germany in the winter. Like, do you know how cold it is on 2 school trips in the winter in
Liz
Germany?
like
She
she's
told
tryna
me I had to
make
go. Like, with my
She
sickle
going,
cell,
"I know,
I had to go with my
Things
sickle
kinda
cell.
crazy.
And I love
But I
that.
like that.
I love that for me. And equally, my kids don't
can't
have sickle
believe
cell.
you know your mum
but
would have
where they
like-
have the trait,
My mum wanted you alive
I didn't know
for
that
as long as
growing up
possible.
that you can have experience
mad.
of crisis with the trait. But now I even know that as a parent. Hold on, maybe
I'll
some
be
of my
praying,
children
mum.
may experience
Like,
tightness
you
in their
want me to go
joints and
Germany?
stuff
I'll be
in
praying
the
now.
winter
I'm going mad.
season and whatever. I'm getting distracted.
No, because I'm
that-
going mad.
Yes,
I
you
can't
are.
believe mum's going mad.
Mum's not going mad. Mum did a
No, but-
fantastic job with
No, but and
all
you
of
knew
the
you shouldn't be in
children.
Germany in that cold.
No, but it's
I
an
would've told mum,
experience.
"Listen, mum."
Traveling for kids is an experience
You
that
want
they
to go
should
in
have.
summer to go, yeah.
And it makes you
Understand it.
worldly. And remember, mum was a geography teacher, mum was a PE teacher, mum was multifaceted, and she was brilliant at
invisible
everything
tears.
she did. Let's have that right. So this is why she raised the children that she did. And she did it very well as a single parent.
Visible tears.
Yeah, invisible tears, real crisis. It's
Real
all
tears is
fine.
mine game.
But we're all
Tears,
winners.
fine,
We're
calm
all
down.
winners.
Let's not
This
get
is
too
the Winners
emotional.
podcast.
So,
This is-
so
got
anyway,
Pom Pom
I was going to
podcast.
say, I was going to say, so we've given advice to parents. What advice would you give to a young person that's growing up with sickle cell?
So I would say to the young person, don't
We
put
really need to start
restrictions
with
on
this
yourself.
for answering first, but go on.
Okay, don't put restrictions on yourself. Be as open to like alternative ways of managing your condition, and listen to your body, because you're the one that's living in the body, so you would know what is right for you. You would know.
Body, I'm a Eden. No, I remember that.
You would-
God, body.
You would know. You're the best person to understand yourself. That's what I would say. Obviously, you take advice from medical professionals and whatever. It will be an individualistic thing, but that's what I learned. Whoever that science teacher was did an amazing job for me,
Lucas.
because he was the reason why I then made the decisions I do.
Can't be
And
Mr. Lucas.
just my medical records would show I live a very different existence in comparison to other people.
I might have that
And I'm
space.
thankful that like maybe the mother I had and the way she parented me to not put barriers on what I can and cannot achieve. I've never been told no and took it seriously. So I'm like, cool, I'll show you. I'll show you this no is going to be a yes, and I'm going to break through this door. If I have to take you tribunal, we will go. So be it. But I'm not putting no barriers on myself, and I wouldn't do that for my child or anybody's child, no matter what the disability is that you're experiencing, hidden or not.
And the great thing with young people now is they've got information, which is something we didn't have. I feel like when I was in secondary school, it would have been difficult for me to go online and say what is sickle cell and get, I've heard people say, back in the day they'll go online, what is sickle cell, and then they'll just see life expectancy 40. And then that they would withdraw from any type of information. We've got so much information now, especially social media, different sickle cell charities and people raising awareness about it. So I would tell young people to get locked in.
RIPP as well, Prodigy.
Yeah, exactly. And Prodigy was talking about it from early. But we weren't locking in like that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Locked in.
Yeah. Not many were locked in.
You get me? But he used to follow me on Instagram as well. But go on.
I would say learn how to advocate for yourself from early. Don't wait for, your mum, your sister, whoever else to advocate for you. Learn how to speak up for yourself. Learn what your body likes, what your body does not like. Learn your body and listen to your body, like Vicky said as well. Yeah.
What was you gonna say earlier? When you were saying about like people with the disabled badge, like they expect you to be. Like they expect you to be like this, you know what I mean? And you had something, you was like, I'll say something.
Like, sometimes, I think Vicky said something about how we're not going to roll on the floor or something.
Yeah, I said they expect you to get out the car and just start rolling on the floor.
As well, in hospital, they want us to put on an act. That's how I feel. Like, you're telling them you're in pain, and they're not just hearing it for they're in pain. They want
you to act.
It's like want to see you're in pain, but you can't show that you're in pain in the way they're expecting.
You can't just say you're in pain.
No, but
that's what she's saying. You can't just say you're in pain.
No, but that's what I'm saying. We know, because like we've said it. Well, when you're in hospital, you will say you're in pain, but they're not taking it seriously because the brain works differently because they're not seeing your faces in pain. Like Debbie's got makeup. A lot of people I know, like they come.
Yeah, that was mind games.
But there's lots of girls, not just you.
That was a mad one though, sis. Debbie's got
because
makeup.
you're there, but all of the other women in our hospital, they come with their makeup on, but that's a coping mechanism as well for them to hide their pain. Even though they're in pain, they say, a lot of my friends that I've made from the hospital say they put their face on because that's something that makes them feel better, regardless. I've got a friend that vlogs and she does makeup. She's an MUA and stuff, and that's one of the ways she copes with her condition.
I can't believe you think Debbie's got makeup like that.
Debbie has got makeup on. I can't believe you don't. Well, you got fantastic skin.
Makeup on today.
Fantastic skin.
You look good. But do you know what? I think black women anyway, I think it's hard for us to be believed about our pain. Even just black people generally, like our threshold seems to be quite high, so they feel like we're not suffering. I remember they sent me back, sorry not to make it about me, But
It's
I remember
relevant.
they sent me back home when I was 8 centimeters dilated because I wasn't displaying
8 centimeters.
dilated, like I was due like to give birth, and they were sending me home in the snow in
I don't know
February.
about all of that. Is that ready?
But because
It's true.
I wasn't like doing a mad thing,
Yeah.
like I kind of internalized my pain, so I wasn't displaying
my
anything.
days.
So many of
And
them die as well.
yeah,
Exactly, because again, I've had three births, three entirely different experiences. So I think my middle child, I was like, we have to be admitted. You know that, right? That obviously you know.
Middle child was cool.
Melody.
No, Melody was.
Melody's the middle child.
Yeah, no, but I was thinking which one's geriatric.
All of the Melody
Not all of
and
them.
Ari.
Precious
Well,
were
Melody and Ari, because
Okay, so you've
you're
had two-
termed as
Okay,
geriatric pregnancy
I
once
need
you're
that-
over.
I need that
Once
term
you're
to
over
be out.
35,
I need that term to
you're
be out.
classed as a
It's-
geriatric
yeah.
pregnancy.
I need that term to be out.
I was
Geriatric
36
pregnancies.
when I had my middle
I'm going
daughter.
mad.
So anyway, with all my pregnancies, I've had to have like a process where I was admitted. You can't just
Have
my
a baby
water's
as
Was
well.
did you have a good geriatric pregnancy?
Yes, I had
no
a very
problems.
good geriatric pregnancy. My husband was
No
there.
problems.
Now
Blood
what?
pressure was okay.
Everything was mad
Okay.
because I've got sickle cell, so that's why we
And
have
you still
a process.
and
I'm
everything
still out
was
here.
still heavy, even with the sickle
Always
cell.
heavy, always. But that's just my
Alhamdulillah.
experience. But doesn't mean I'm saying in terms of heavy that they're healthy and
When
stuff.
last you been in
But the
Dominica?
experience 2018. But the experience was can't even try to distract
go on, I
me
know,
with
I know.
the madness. You know?
Sorry.
Like,
Lost
just
focus.
can't
Sorry,
give a
man.
break.
Sorry.
But yeah, so where I was saying, so yeah, with that, you have to get admitted because you have to have a plan. Because obviously I'm a geriatric pregnancy, so there has to
didn't
be
wanna
a
say it,
plan.
but I had to.
I don't mind.
I had
Everyone
to. That's
knows.
what- yeah, but I
I've said
just had
that to
to get out.
Trina.
I know why I had to
But
get
yeah.
out.
So there has to be a plan. So to kind of prevent, Astar wouldn't know because obviously you're not carrying the baby, but your wife would have had to go through it, right? So there has to be a plan where they admit you in, because if you have sickle cell, you can get into a crisis during child labor because of the pain. So they need to kind of mitigate that and manage that accordingly, right? So you have like, I was given like an epidural, and I didn't have a choice whether I can take the epidural or not. I had to take it because to minimize the pain that I could get in a crisis. The epidural did not work, so I experienced a crisis through the child labor, whatever. It was mad. It was the maddest thing.
How was that for you? Did you experience anything
days.
similar, Debbie?
My first child, that whole process nearly took me out. Like, I had her early. All my children I have early because of
Oh, is
sickle
it?
cell.
Yeah.
You as well?
I have
Did you have them early as well?
C-section.
Yeah, they're all early.
Yeah. So they have planned C-section. So my daughter came out, I think, at 32 weeks.
Oh wow.
And right after I became paralyzed for 3 months. From waist down, I couldn't feel my legs. I couldn't walk.
3 months.
Yeah. And
is that was that because of your sickle cell?
so to this day, they don't actually know.
Okay.
They don't know. But yeah, that's what happened. So
My baby mother was paralyzed from waist down. It would still be going down every night.
Okay.
I'm going.
Park it.
I had to learn how to walk again and all that stuff. So it was difficult. And imagine having a newborn baby. You've got sickle cell, so you're still feeling crisis. But then from waist down, you can't walk. You can't do a lot. It was a lot. My second child was a bit easier, but still, I had to go through that pain of, do you know, when you just had the baby, you've had the C-section scars, you've got C-section scars, and you're having a crisis as well. It's a lot. Pregnancy is a lot. It really takes
Pregnancy's
strength.
a
What was
lot
it-
for
so
even
your baby father, yeah?
regular
I'm the
women.
host.
So let
Sorry,
alone
sorry.
her
Oh yeah,
husband.
husband. Oh my god.
Let's
So-
just clarify
you're-
that.
Yeah.
You're against me as well. It's like, I thought this is our sofa. But I'm saying, when you're paralyzed from the waist down,
I hope this is not a mad
cool.
question. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Sorry. Yeah. So it was a traumatic.
like, I'm just
experience for
thinking,
you.
me, what would I do?
And do you like have like triages with like, you know, maternity, sickle cell consultant and such?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have, I think it was every 2 weeks at a point, I would have it with my consultants and maternity.
Yeah, it's every 2 weeks. Yeah,
Yeah.
the maternity, every 2 weeks you go.
Yeah.
And you
when,
see.
when my wife
the
was giving
consultant.
birth, I had a conversation with a midwife, and she was telling me, obviously, and I've heard it a lot of times, that sickle cell pain is worse than
Yeah.
labour
Listen,
pain.
the guy that I know in school, he
100%.
ended up
Yeah.
on a wheelchair.
The guy that you know.
Yeah, that had sickle cell.
Mm.
There's
Like
lots
that,
of
man.
there's
What do you-
lots
what do you
of
think I knew him from?
patients with sickle cell
She
that
said the
end
guy
up
that you know,
in a
man.
wheelchair, but
Demi.
they're not
talking about pregnancy
necessarily
in women.
in the,
That's why I'm confused.
Oh, no, but
they're not necessarily
mad,
in the
but-
wheelchair
Alright, I was
because of
thinking
the
the guy
sickle
that-
cell.
no,
It could
yo,
be
don't-
effects of the
Yeah,
condition.
exactly, yeah.
Like
Oh,
Astar
yeah,
said,
that-
if you had like the crisis and stuff, if he weren't able to have
I'm still thinking
a hip
about you being
replacement,
paralysed
maybe
waist
that's why
down. That's
they
where
might
I'm. That's
be
where I'm
in a
at.
wheelchair.
No, but I'm saying that's what I'm thinking. That's how comes I got.
A lot of things though are effects from the sickle cell. If you realize, like
Yeah.
obviously, liver failure, kidney, it's all effects from sickle cell, our red blood cells breaking down, all that stuff. So that's what people also do not know. They just feel like it's the sickle cell pain, and then the pain's gone, and then you're back to normal. No, after the pain, there's a lot that's going on in your body that sometimes our organs just can't function for they can't function after.
Yeah.
So sickle cell is not just pain as well. I just want to get that out there. You can suffer so many other effects. So yeah,
Even
Yeah.
the recovery time as well, like from having a crisis or
varies.
a significant period, like you're admitted in hospital, you have to now come home to navigate
Yeah.
steps and things like that, where you've been laying down in the bed for like days or whatever.
Yeah.
It can be challenging.
Yeah.
So I know this might sound like a really silly question, but
It will.
what does a crisis look like for people that don't know?
Silly question.
The thing about hidden sickle cell is it's a hidden chronic illness. It's a hidden illness, so you don't see it. And this is why when we talk about hospital admissions, if I was to go to hospital with a crisis, the only way you could tell I'm having a crisis is through seeing my facial expressions. And that's why a lot of people are discriminated against in hospitals as well. I've been in hospital and they've told my wife, well, he's not bleeding, so he's not an emergency. And that's why they've delayed the process of giving me pain relief. So the pain is inexplainable. You can't explain the kind of excruciating pain your body goes through. But also, sometimes I feel like we have to suppress our pain in hospital because we're black. If I was to go as a black man, 6 foot, black man in hospital and I'm screaming my lungs out,
You're going to say you're being too aggressive.
Exactly. Unfortunately, nurses will be more intimidated by me than they would want to come and actually help me. Black women have they're stigmatized already when it comes to hospital. If a black woman's coming and screaming, she's being too loud, she's aggressive. Well, that's not the case. This is someone who has a chronic illness and is in pain and needs help. So unfortunately, that's a lot of the treatment that we get. But the pain side of a crisis is inexplainable.
You can't even quantify it either.
Oh,
It's
is it?
just- No, it's
Is
like
it worse than
crazy.
when you lot are pregnant?
100 times
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
worse. I prefer pregnancy.
I heard that was the biggest pain type of
No,
thing.
I prefer
crisis
pregnancy
is
than a
worse
proper.
Yeah.
When I've had like a proper
Where does it
crisis,
hurt? Like your
I
whole
don't know,
body?
it's in from a scale of
Everywhere.
1
Like
to
your
10.
whole body,
Sometimes
like-
it's
Yeah, it's
fucking-
off the scale.
feels like
Whatever blood is.
55,
No,
bro.
but what is it? Like your whole body?
It's
Like,
your wherever you blood
Yeah.
circulates in your
So
body,
your whole
you
body,
can get
like,
a
just
crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can
That's
have
why I need
pain.
my
You know when you have
That's
people say
mad.
a toothache is the worst.
Yeah,
A
toothache
crisis
is
worse
mad.
than a toothache. A bad
Nah,
crisis
toothache
is
is
mad.
worse than a toothache.
And toothache
Nah.
hurt.
Yeah,
And toothache
toothache
into your
is
own-
mental.
Yeah, but-
If it's worse than toothache,
You don't want it.
yeah, it's
You
mad.
don't want it.
Crisis
I'm not gonna
pain,
fall in love with
crisis
anyone with a chick.
crippling.
It's long.
Like, if there's just no words.
Yeah,
Like
nah.
you just feel the tears coming down, even as hard as you're trying to,
Bare tramadol.
hold yourself.
Bare tramadol.
you can have as much
Tramadol's
painkillers
numb,
sometimes,
man.
Oh yeah,
and it
don't
doesn't
matter.
help.
Yeah, it don't
Yeah.
matter.
Sometimes
No,
the
but that's like with
painkillers-
toothache. You don't like.
there's
It gets
just
to a
don't touch
point
it.
where
Sorry, let her finish, please.
no, it gets to a point where you're getting mad. It gets to a point because she was just doing this. She wasn't. Was you finishing anything?
No, you go.
Was you finishing anything?
She was trying
What
to.
was you finishing?
We're just about pain, but
Go
same
on.
thing as you.
Yeah,
got,
that's what I'm
so-
saying. We was actually just having a little back and forth between us. But yeah, go on, finish because
Oh, but yeah, I'm
Trina.
just saying that it like you can't.
joking.
Sometimes you just can't control yourself. You can't hold it. You can't. You just have to.
she was finishing.
Yeah, it's mad. It can't be explained, to be honest.
Yeah, you'd have to kind of experience
Yeah.
it for you to know. And I would even wish that on my worst enemy.
Exactly.
That's how
That's
mad
so
it is.
painful though.
Yeah.
Even
That
though some
sounds very
people
painful.
should really have it.
Yeah, some people should have sickle cell. You're saying that's
No,
mad.
but I'm saying on
She's
my
going
worst enemy,
mad.
I wouldn't. But I'd
Some
get
people
so
should have
close to be
sickle
like,
cell is
rah,
mad.
the pain's so mad, and you're that such a
This is someone
dirtbag.
that's
You
got
may
that's trying to get
should reach that
this is
level.
someone
But
that's trying
even
to
that, I
have
wouldn't really
a
wish on my worst enemy because the pain is significant.
charity.
The
Mad
complications
charity.
you have to
Afterwards,
suffer after, especially if you have children, is very difficult. Imagine being a single mother, because I've been a single mother and had to look after a child whilst I'm having a crisis. I can't think of me. I have to still be mum and do school run and do up all those things whilst being sick. Nobody could ever understand that unless you're in our shoes.
Astar, you said that, you know, you were effectively like a carer for your mum at times.
Yeah.
How did that impact you, like just as a child, having to be a carer for your mum?
I didn't understand it at a young age. So I thought it was just a norm because it's just me and my mum in the house. So when she's sick, I'm having to go and bring her food or, you know, till today, well, you know, when she has hospital admissions. Thankfully, I got my wife and all that, so
You
more
got
people to support.
Yeah.
And people to support me as well. But there's times where it's just me and her in the house. She's in hospital. I'm having to go pay a bill for this or go and put electricity on the key and all that stuff. And I'm 13, 14.
Get
Do you know what I'm
yourself ready
saying?
for school.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Go to
Yeah.
school by myself or go to a friend or relative's house to go to school from there. So I think, yeah, as I always say, things like that affect me mentally, I didn't understand till later on in life. And then I realised how kind of messed up that is.
Do you feel like you were almost robbed of your childhood in two ways? Like,
In two ways, because it's
Yeah.
like, firstly, sickle cell has robbed me of a lot of, even though I've had great moments as a child, you know, I travelled a lot. I was well travelled. My mum made sure that I went to see the world. I had siblings, cousins and family members all around the world that I go see, which is great. And I'd still do things that I wanted to do, you know. I liked playing football, so, you know, I got football boots and all of that kind of stuff until, you know, I had a crisis. But when I was back on my feet, I was playing football again, you know. And things that I wanted, I feel like also I feel like my mum felt like she had to overcompensate in things that she bought me and stuff like that because of my health and how I had to also look after her. Now that I think about it, because most of the times I got what I want when I could. Yeah.
And you said you had quite a good relationship with your dad. How did it impact your relationship with your dad?
So when my parents got together, they didn't know about their medical conditions. I feel like when my mum was back in Congo, sickle cell affected her a lot less than when she came to Europe. And a lot of people that come from
something to do with the vitamin D
tropical
from
islands or hot countries, they say that. You know, even me, when I go to Dubai, one of my favorite places, I went in June and I went like a whole 8 to 10 days not taking any type of tablets whatsoever because of the sun. You know, so I truly believe we're not supposed to be here, man. Come on.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I think there's something about that vitamin D from the sun that radiates in our bones and our
100%.
DNA,
So
activates something.
Yeah, so I feel like there was besides the whole having to look after my mum and all that kind of stuff, it was a lot of it affected me later on in life, I think.
The main thing, so remember today, it's about awareness, yeah? The main thing, really, that we need them to be aware of, let's not lose, like, the main focus, is to donate blood.
Yeah. Donate blood, know your genotype as well.
Yeah, this is where I need you to lead.
No worries. So I think if you want to know your genotype, you got to go to your local GP, ask them for a genotype test. This is another challenge we have though, because a lot of people can't just walk into their local GP and say, I want to know my genotype. It has to be, I'm marrying someone who has sickle cell, or I'm about to have a child, or I'm pregnant, or all of that kind of stuff.
Needs to change.
Exactly, it does need to change, because I always say, if you want to go to a clinic to find out if you have an STI, you could do that. Why can you not go to a genotype, a GP, and want to know your genotype straight away?
So, you can just get blood tests like as MOTs. You can't just ask them to do that.
Blood tests are for different things.
Yeah.
There's
But when
so
they're
much
doing it,
different, so
can you
many
not
different.
get them to tick that on the.
It's not. Unfortunately, it's not as easy. If you're going for a blood test, then yeah, there's so many different things to cover. If you go hospital for an infection, you will get a blood test, but they will search it for
The specific thing.
the specific thing.
You have to actually
Request
request it by
Exactly.
the specialist or the GP
Even
for that
requesting
purpose.
it, a lot of people are denied. Like they're told that they can't. Because I know that a lot of people have actually asked me, how do I get a blood test to know my genotype? Because my GP has refused. So
You've had to tell people, basically tell them you want to start a family, tell them your partner's got sickle cell, but we shouldn't have to make something up. You shouldn't have to lie. You shouldn't have to. You could just go and say, I want to know my genotype.
Exactly.
And also, blood donation is very important. If you sign up to blood.co.uk, they'll be able to give you an appointment, and you can find out your blood type there, which is great. And donate blood as well. And there's walk-in centres like in both Westfields. You can walk in and say if they have appointments, then they'll give you an appointment to donate blood. So, yeah, I would encourage our community to please donate blood.
With the donation of blood, is there any type of criteria or anything that people need to be aware of?
Yeah, go on.
I know that if you've had a blood transfusion, you're not able to give blood.
Right.
They ask about countries you've travelled to as well.
I think if you're over, I think it's 158 kg, something like that. I only know this stuff because recently somebody asked me and I had to search up for it. So anything else?
So they iron levels very important. A lot of people can't give blood because of their iron levels. Some people are anemic, so they can't donate blood. People with sickle cell trait can donate blood. Probably won't go to someone with sickle cell, but you can donate blood if you have the trait.
Also, I think there's something about if you've had a tattoo within a certain period, maybe 3-4 months, you can't donate blood. Because one of my colleagues, since she started working with me and found out that I had sickle cell, she's gone and donated blood, as well as that my personal trainer, when he found out, he was like, oh, and he's a regular blood donator now. So yeah, those are some of the things that I've become aware of.
And how frequently can people donate blood?
Women can donate up to 2 times a year. Men could be up to 4 times.
Okay. So please go and donate blood, because it's needed. There's a major shortage right now. Yeah.
Do you know what it is? I'm coming to wrap out because I don't want it to be like 4 hours. This one we can, but I just want them to kind of just get the message in it. Type of thing, but we can though. But
have the conversation, man. The conversation's being had. That's important.
What it is, that's why I'm just getting back to like what we need awareness for, innit?
Also for me, I feel like this has been a good and an enlightening conversation, but I feel this has to be one that happens regularly, because you have this and this will go out, and then like in a year's time it's forgotten. It's like everything, like when you have an MOT, you have to do it yearly. So maybe have something like this yearly to continue that conversation on. Maybe every September have this come out to remind people. And even in the regular podcast, just maybe you give blood.co.uk, have that as a link or whatever to keep that in people's memory.
I think my last question, because I've been doing a lot today, sorry. But what are your hopes for yourselves personally and also for the advancements of sickle cell awareness?
Do you see Chronic's face when I said we're going to end soon? Man's just thinking about weed, you know.
No, I'm not. You went mental, bro.
Man was like, I said we're not going to make this.
You think I'm the pinky of weed? You're going mad. No, but what I was.
Wait. Go on. Sorry, because I interrupted.
Yeah, sorry. The question was just around, what are your hopes for the future in terms of yourselves personally, and also in terms of sickle cell and advancements to kind of find a cure potentially?
Yeah. Conversations to continue to be had everywhere. Corporate organizations, in schools especially, and wherever that people would want to listen. I would encourage people, if you are in a school or you work for a corporate company or you're in a prison or a place of worship, contact people who have sickle cell, get them to come and do workshops and speak about. If you have someone that has sickle cell in your environment or in your facility or in your organization, then speak to them, have conversations, listen to them, and the conversation needs to continue. It never stops. It needs to continue, and the most important thing is we don't want it to affect the next generation. My dream is for 20, 30 years from now, for sickle cell to be a conversation that's like, oh yeah, remember that 50 years ago, remember that 60 years ago, and we rarely hear about people having it now. If we continue to have that conversation, have conversations with people, with potential partners and all that kind of stuff, then we can lower the risks.
You got anything else we got to say on it?
Me?
Yeah, just everyone in general.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause
Oh, that question was for all of them, to be fair.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear the question.
Go on.
So just to be more funding available as well
Yeah.
for the sickle cell community, and because obviously we need funding for research and to get better medication, better resources. We used to have a ward called the day unit, or it's still there, but we used to be able to go there when we had crises. So it's like a day unit, you go in there, have a few painkillers and able to go home. They've stopped that.
Funding's gone.
Yeah. So just funding and for more conversations like Ali said, like this to happen, because
I was just about to say what I will say, to add to Sissy's figures. Like, yeah, I do feel like, yeah, we need to just keep having them conversations, and also people that are watching, like if you, do you know what I mean, if you suffer from it, or if you, like, you can actually DM and try and like make one of these, because do you know what I mean, we'll have one of them, we all come and talk, and do you know what I mean, so if you want to join the next one, not necessarily, I don't think like we need to do it every September. I feel like I could do it when I want. I could do it in 2 months if I want.
Yeah.
Do it for one. Not like that, but like I said, you lot have sickle cell all the time. So anytime I feel like I want to do it, I'll do it.
Yeah, the reason I mentioned September because it's the
Yeah,
worldwide
I know.
Sickle Cell Awareness
But I'm just
month,
saying,
so
if people,
it
I'm
makes
talking
sense,
to,
but I
I'm talking to
agree,
them.
it should be
I'm
more
talking to
regular.
people.
Anytime you can have that conversation,
Do you know
it's
what I mean?
not just off limit to a
I'm talking to
particular
people
time
because
of the
it's
month.
like, if they've got their store, they want to
Yeah.
talk, and you lot are clearly here for them, innit? Like, I can invite you lot back or whatever, and they
And
can
respect
talk.
to you guys for even wanting to have that conversation.
I have to.
Yeah.
It's,
I got
it's
respect
something
for
close
any
to me, innit?
platform that wants to have a conversation about things like this.
It's
Respect,
something
man.
close to me, obviously, because sis and bros had it and all that, yeah. And then the September thing, I was supposed to do it from the start of September. She sent it to me, but then obviously bare madness, people going mad and all that. So I just, but that's why I've said to you, better late than never. Like, and it doesn't matter because you don't have it all the time, type of thing. And so yeah, I just feel like, and the whole thing with Supercell as well, because obviously I saw that the film, and it's like big up Rap Man, big up everyone on the film, but where's we need blood? Where's the other stuff? Do you get what I'm saying? Great film, you probably made a lot of money, whoever, but where's the we need blood? Where's the awareness for what's really needed? Where's the, and that's what this is about, innit? So when every time you go and you see the Supercell film, understand that yes, they're superheroes. To me, my sister's a superhero, my brother's a superhero. You know, but this is real life shit. Like they go through pain. Like you don't know well, you do actually, kryptonite, innit? But I'm saying that you don't know them man there to go through pain every 2 seconds or every. These lot are proper human beings. So yeah.
Yeah, my understanding of the Supercell series was that the people that had superheroes were actually the ones with the sickle cell trait.
Yeah, that's what I
not
said.
actually sickle cell, but I respect that he's put
Yeah,
awareness
yeah,
out
that's
there,
why I
and
said
it's
you are
amazing.
superheroes. That's what I
It's
said, but-
amazing for like the condition for people to be talking about it more. So it's amazing. It started a conversation that's needed to be had from decades ago.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
I applaud
I've
him
read
for
it.
that.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're superheroes and all that, but it's deeper than that. It's not just like you're not just like it's something you lot got to deal with, innit? Like it's not. Do you know what I mean?
I just want to say thank you for letting me be here today for this, because it was one of the 12 topics I wanted to do in my first series. So like
You can
to be
still
able
do
to
it.
sit here with you guys and even to
You could
just
do it with
meet you,
Astar.
even to meet
still do
you.
it.
Like,
No, but I'm saying
even
you
to
could do
meet
it. You
I'll
could do
still
it.
do it.
Yeah.
Believe
But,
it.
And I went mad. Man's not even saying Debbie. But I said you could do it.
But
No, but
yeah.
Astar.
But
No, but
yeah, I will
do it, both
definitely
of them.
still do it. But yeah, I just feel like I feel privileged to be able to sit down with you guys and hear your stories.
You haven't even. I understand as well. Don't get it twisted that we've only skimmed
Oh, 100%.
through you lot's story. Don't ever get it twisted and me think that, yeah, you lot's told all your stories. And I've had to sit here and listen to people talk about 3 hours of their story and they ain't even gone jail. Like, I'm going mad.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, slightly.
No, but I'm
exaggerated.
saying there's people telling their stories longer is what
Yeah,
I'm saying. So
100%.
The
it wasn't
pain
just
we
about,
experience is
it
worse
wasn't-
than prison.
Real talk.
yeah, of course, but I'm saying it wasn't just about stories, it was about sickle cell. So that's what I'm saying. I understand there's definitely more to your stories, and we will have this conversation more frequently, and maybe we'll be able to delve. Yeah.
That's something, yeah.
Go
Because
on,
you
Michael.
no, it is because you told me with short notice
Yeah,
what
it
it was
was.
going to be
Yeah,
about. I
yeah.
didn't have much time to research because a subject like sickle cell, I'd like to know a little bit more in it. So, like I said, I've phoned in up my sister and sort of stuff. So on the way in the cab, I was doing some research. I won't say cab called My Driller Goes Mad, but he's and he said, yeah, he didn't hear that one. But yeah, so I've written down a few things to not forget them in it. But as we was going past, a lot of them were covered in that. But
That's what I was seeing as well.
yeah, but there was something that while I was just looking over, we sort of didn't touch on, or maybe it was on the new advancements in treatment. Like, yeah, 'cause man could touch on the statistics and all that, but don't worry about that for now. So I just wanted to say that I wrote it down, so it clicked to me in it. So gene therapy, one of the new advancements in their treatment of sickle cell is gene therapy. The UK has approved a groundbreaking gene editing therapy called Casgevy. This treatment uses it looks like CRISPR to me, but a CRISPR technology to potentially cure sickle cell disease and better I won't even attempt to say that word there.
Yeah.
See what you're trying to
Yeah,
say?
there's someone that can read.
Oh,
read it.
beta thalassemia.
Yeah.
Thalassemia is like another
Yeah.
chronic illness. It's another form.
Yeah, it's like kind of for both. It's the first therapy of its kind to be licensed, marking a significant milestone in the genetic medicine. That was one. And two, if we draw for Vicky and the Astar. Yeah, because now this one, when I tried to say it was mad, listen to this
masters.
3 of them.
one. Number 2, what's
Which
that?
one? Chrysanli or something.
Yeah, she's going
Chrysanli
Masters went mad.
Zuma app.
Do you want to pass
But
the
that's-
A-Star English?
You're not going to be
No,
able to
do you know what it is?
It's a
This
new
one,
medication.
it's a new...
It's
I
a new
can read.
medication.
Brother.
One of my
want to read?
friends are on it.
There's no right
But
or
you-
wrong of saying this.
Have
because
you
it's
heard
a-
of it?
But can we just
Okay.
get to the point of
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
I'm trying to
It's a
say?
new
No, but even
medication.
He's
for
doing it again.
people, no, it's mad to...
It is
Stand
mad.
up, told
it's
you.
mad.
It's very mad
Just
to
get to the-
pronounce.
No problem.
Speed it up.
With a master's.
No problem.
Big up.
This new one, yeah, boom. It's this is a new treatment that has been introduced for sickle cell patients in England, administered as monthly infusion. That word again. I'm gonna try it. Crisenlizumab.
Let's just skip over it, but we know
Mental.
what
No,
you
yeah,
do.
no, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm just letting them know it's mental.
It's
And
Right.
mad.
It's
Yeah.
not a syllable.
But
spread
anyway,
out.
anyway.
Get the syllable.
I get it wrong.
yeah, that's fine. But
get it
it
right.
helps reduce the frequency of the painful episodes and hospital visits by up to about 40%. This is the first new treatment for sickle cell disease in over 20 years, offering hope for better management of the condition. So there's a new...
Did anyone hear all of that? Did you understand everything?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So
Just me that
you do. The thing is as well with the NHS, there's a lot of treatments that come out that are just testers, and then the news get hold of it and they'll put it out. There's a new cure for sickle cell, and then
It's been
your
up for
DMs
a
are
while.
full
So
of
many
people
times.
saying,
Oh,
yeah.
is it?
It's been
And
up
a
for
lot
while.
of times it's just either a tester or something, a conversation that's been had or something that's been tested and
journals.
withdrawn and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But the treatments you can get. Gene therapy is one of them. Bone marrow transplant is another. So we encourage people to also donate their bone marrow if they can, because someone could benefit from that as well. But you need a match. There's so
That's
much to
asking
it.
too
yeah.
much, though. That's asking too, like, now I've got to donate my bone marrow.
But
Like,
people
I'm,
actually
how
have
much of me's
children,
gonna be
but
left?
people have
No,
children
going mad.
Mostly, I think
specifically
when-
to be able
So
to
what,
get bone
chip
marrow.
out some of my bone?
No, but I think usually
No, but how do you
with the
what,
bone
you
marrow,
chip out some of my
but
bone? Like,
usually with the bone marrow transplant, they would actually ask more a family member
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
my
so
own
dead
side,
people.
They
like
would
a
normally-
sibling.
Yeah,
It
dead
wouldn't
people.
be like
No,
Debbie will be
No.
giving
Real
her
life.
bone marrow
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
me.
you
It'll
are
be more
massive.
Could be a
you,
sibling.
like your
Yeah.
siblings,
Real life,
like a
like now,
co-
chip
So
out
what
some of my
normally
bone.
what normally
Yeah.
happens is like they
That's not
parents will then
procedure.
decide to have another child. They'll probably
Yeah.
do genotherapy
Maybe.
first, and then that
No,
child
but how
will
does the
give them
bone marrow? Let me ask Astar.
Let me. I'm gonna try and show you.
Yeah, I'm just trying because obviously I know blood. You just take the blood, but I'm saying bone marrow. Try, like what? Like what are we doing?
How'd you get to it?
Yeah, how are you gonna date my bone marrow type of thing? I know about.
So it
marrow
says
on the
bone
floor.
marrow transplant is a procedure that replaces damaged or diseased bone marrow with healthy stem cells. So it's mostly them withdrawing stem cells, which are blood forming cells. So it's not the bone, it's the stem cells within
the bone,
Within the
probably.
bone, yeah.
But they can also get
Still
that from
gotta
the
open you up
placenta
for
as
that,
well.
no?
So that's
Yeah.
why they ask people to donate their
Mum saying
placentas
still
as
got to
well.
open you up for that.
But
Yeah, they
even
do,
with
yeah.
even
That's what I'm
with that
thinking.
though, the bone marrow thing, from my understanding of conversations I've had with nurses, they're saying those things are specifically more to do with like sibling donation.
Yeah.
or
I
was about to
it wouldn't
say.
be like a
Yeah,
random
random.
stranger
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah.
blood related.
Yeah.
Because and if it is, like there's lots of side effects because the thing has to match and your body can reject
Yeah.
anything that is given that's not natural to it. So caution has to be
Yeah.
taken with a lot of these things. It's not as simple as, and even if a transplant is successful, that person's going to have to be on medication for the rest of their
like my
life
dad.
to prevent it their own body from rejecting it.
Yeah.
So then you're taking on another medication
Yeah.
for something. It's a lot more
Now
complicated.
you've got secondary conditions.
Yeah, so yeah. And I'm not a medical professional, I'm just saying. So
Yeah.
that's just my understanding.
Astar,
Thank you.
please. Now, thanks everyone, but I'm saying because he knows everything. We done all right.
Yeah, no, thank you, man. Thank
No,
you for the
but do you
conversation.
know what I mean? No, because
I'm not like
I
a
respect it
doctor,
still.
thing, you know.
no,
like,
but I know,
it's
but
mostly it's
you're
through
not,
experience and
you're not,
research. But thank you,
yeah, but
thank
I
you
have-
for having us.
and you, Deb, you've done well as well. You get what I'm saying? But
And
that's
big
what,
up Vicks as
yeah,
well.
big up,
Yeah.
that's my sister. But I'm
Okay.
saying,
Thank you, man.
yeah,
Thank
no,
you for sharing
but
your
I
story,
want to know
yeah.
if we've done well in it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what.
Thank you,
We're
man.
trying to do something here, innit? We're not just
She didn't want to come on. You brought
exactly.
Her up.
Yeah, she. But I don't know why she's trainer in it. I don't know. But I'm saying that.
It was
And Deb-
actually him in the lift. He was like, "Why are you not on?"
Oh,
Why
so you weren't even.
He was the
so
one
it's
that I
literally
wasn't
just
going
today.
to come.
That's what I'm
Yeah, but you
thinking.
in the car.
No, but
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
but that's.
no, but obviously no. Debbie,
She thought she
Debbie
was
told
early
to be in the car.
That's
She
what
was
I'm
like,
thinking.
"Vicks, why aren't you doing it? It's your brother." I was
Yeah,
like,
early on,
"Nah,
like, I'm
that's not
thinking-
me. You lot are the public
She weren't even
figures out
she
here
weren't even
doing
gonna come.
stuff."
Like, why for that? But not even why, but mad. But I know.
But,
But imagine
yeah,
I spoke to
I
her
got
earlier. She's like,
persuaded.
"Oh, shall I come today or whatever?" So you want to? So it's up to you. Like it wasn't even. She wasn't even.
Yeah, because I
supposed to-
wasn't.
I'm glad she did.
Yeah.
I'm glad she did. She gave our
Yeah,
SETI
yeah, for
little
real.
chat still.
No, but even when I'm
We
saying,
wouldn't have been able to govern him today. Like, trust me.
I've been all right. Hey, I've been all right.
Yeah.
I've been all right. Or not?
But there was this little
Now,
bit
for
of
some people, you
governing
watch
that
yourself.
needed to go on.
Well, yeah.
So you don't go mad. But I'm saying,
Compared
I've
to
been-
other episodes,
I've been all right,
yeah,
innit?
Yeah.
Leonish. Like he went to spray a couple times, but
Mm-hmm.
I've tried, innit?
This is ADHD.
I've tried, yeah. She thinks I've got autism.
You're
Yeah,
definitely
man.
on some kind of
She-
spectrum, but I'm
She
not
definitely on the
qualified
spectrum.
to
Any
diagnose.
spectrum I'm
We're
on.
all on the
We're
Any
all on the
spectrum I'm
We're all
on.
on the
Yeah.
spectrum.
We're
She's
all
on
on
the
the
same one. You know
spectrum.
them ones
We're
there.
all on the
She's
pain
on the same
spectrum.
one. Any
Yeah, the
spectrum
pain
she thinks
spectrum.
I'm on.
We're all on the
Yeah,
pain
any spectrum
spectrum.
she thinks I'm on, she's on that same one. Do you know what I
But
mean?
yeah.
But yeah, no,
Thank
respect.
you.
And obviously, next time we'll probably do better. Remember, this is something which was the first time, innit? You've probably done a few of them. 'Cause you move like you've done a few speeches still. But I'm saying it's man's first time, innit? So man's trying something new. Damage control as well, because you see Shade Bro's going mad. They get posed to me all the time, shouting at women. I need them to know I'm cool with women. This is cool. I've grown up with my sister.
I think social
with
media
Sickle
just
Cell.
hyper thing any kind of conversation because although people see Leon as this wild person, he's actually just a normal guy. No matter what he
Can't
tries to put
believe.
he tries to pull out. I've grown up with him, so I know.
Yeah,
He's
stop
actually just a
stop
joker.
panning down my badness. I'm a
No,
wild
he's
person.
actually a joker.
Yeah,
I'm a wild person.
No,
Don't come
he's
and pan down
actually
my
a
badness.
funny. Hey, Star,
she's
you
done
know,
it.
you've met him.
You're
You've
gonna make
sat
people
down.
stab me
You've
again.
seen outside.
You're gonna make people
he
stab
can
me again,
behave
sis.
like a normal person.
Sis, you're
Yes,
gonna
your
make people stab me again.
persona is your persona.
Don't
but
pan
I'm
down my
speaking
badness.
from personal experience.
You're gonna make people stab me again, innit?
No one's stabbing nobody.
No, but I'm
If
saying
they are,
I'm
they're
wild.
going in jail.
Alright,
I'm a
they need to-
civilian.
Alright.
Are
But
you
yeah.
going mad thinking they're going jail? He's saying mad.
Anyway, the
show.
episode was
Get
good.
off the
Thank
show.
you,
God,
Astar,
she said
for
get
coming
off the show.
and bringing your
She said they're
knowledge.
going
It
jail.
was
Get off the
amazing.
show.
Thank you
Get
for
off the
having
show.
us, man.
Get this snitch off the show. Like, fuck you. This snitch off the show.
All right, we're winding up now.
No. This is all right. The host is here. The host. Let's all calm down. We've had a bit of too much water.
Not enough.
This
Not
is the
enough.
I had too
joker,
much
you see
water.
what
That's
I
what I'm
mean?
saying. I even drank no
An
alcohol.
actual joker.
Yeah, I even drank. I had too much
It's just
alcohol.
banter.
It's just banter. She's not really gonna phone police because she's going mad. I can't even believe she thought that was sensible. Like, do you know what I mean? Mental. But yeah.
And before anyone tells me about why I'm quiet or nothing, the quiet one learns the most. So it's you need to learn in order to teach. So sometimes quieter is louder when you to yourself. You know what I mean? Because this is
Easy
essence.
money.
Yeah, and obviously there's people in my family that have this. There's my friends, like, you know what I mean. So it's always good to learn to know. Well, I got like Craig, big up Craig, like
Last 5 minutes, Craig Crosby, you know, make sure I get paid. Make sure you send my thing upstairs.
I mean, I feel like the biggest thing to take
Send my
away,
thing, mate. You
the
bought
biggest
my
thing,
thing.
the biggest thing to take away, I think, from this episode is that I've learned things from the other guests, and I've known them
Learned things
in
from
the
you, mean it?
capacity from like meeting you in hospital. Ace, I remember we had the conversation, the thing, but. Yeah, we'll leave that. And a lot of stuff I didn't even know that you shared. So thanks.
What's
for
mad
that.
is when you said to me,
And you, Debbie.
when I said, do you know any artists and that? Yeah. And she said to me, Astar.
I said you straight away.
She said, so I've said, what's his at? And then she said, so I put it in. And then when I clicked on it, he'd already messaged me. But obviously I get bare
I think I
messages.
messaged you after I heard
it said,
you say that you had a sister who's got sickle
so
cell.
it would have been
But
after
I
I
didn't-
posted
I
the pic.
didn't
It would have
put-
been after I posted the pic in the thing.
Yeah,
I didn't
March,
put two
that
and two
was in
together
March.
because I knew already, but I didn't put two
Yeah,
and two together.
you didn't
man.
want to talk to me in the hospital.
I was
though.
waiting.
you was in the hospital together.
Yeah,
and
you
you was
didn't wanna talk
even
to me.
nervous.
I'd come from the ward to get my transfusion, and then she was getting a transfusion. So it's morphine and exchange transfusion for me. I'm just my head's in the
he's out
clouds.
of it.
Yeah.
But the maddest thing is, see that pic on the Instagram when I'm sitting on the.
Yeah.
I
No,
had to
You're in the room.
Yeah,
Wow.
she took
So
the
you
was in the room
picture.
when the-
She took the
Oh, did
picture.
you take the
Debbie
picture?
took the
Okay.
picture.
Wow.
Yeah, you took the
Wow.
picture. When I was like, rain fall upon everybody, pain fall.
And I was in the bonnet.
Yeah, you gave me the idea.
The infamous
Oh
bonnet.
my-
You ran
hey,
with
Max.
that idea.
Infamous
pattern.
bonnet.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be patterned. They both had bonnets. So it's a bit of a why anyway. Someone even commented today, like, spray.
They're gonna comment again
Yeah,
today. Before.
They are, innit? It's too tight, innit? But it just shows I've been doing leg workout. They weren't this tight last time I put them on. Like, calf is all tight. Like, it's making me know I'm doing calf. I'm going mad.
Anyway,
We've got to do
guys.
the picture sitting down.
Thank you so much.
If I stand up with this, it's mad. Do we have a clap for the sickle cell, for all the sickle cell superheroes?
Yeah.
All the sickle cell
Everyday
superheroes.
superheroes.
You know what I mean?
Every day.
Everyday heroes. Bless you guys.
Thank you guys, man. Thank you.
Moving mad. We'll wrap up now. RTM to the world and them, girl.
No, that's not how we do it. That's not how we do it.
Honestly,
That's not how we do
RTM.
it. Sorry, calm down, Trina. Can we follow Astar?
Yeah, Astar Music UK, all social platforms.
Can we follow the lovely Deborah?
Diary of a Sickle Cell Mum on Instagram.
Don't worry, she's gonna give that to me. I'm gonna make it on this, yeah, because we're heavy like that. You can see the rug. We've got the rug. We've got the grounds. This is our grounds. We've got the grounds. Do you get what I'm saying? Anything I'm seeing in hair that I need, it is hair, because this is the RTM grounds. Do you get what I'm saying? Follow Trina.
Honestly, Trina, YouTube,
I know
TikTok,
I'm petty.
X, Instagram. Yeah, follow, like, subscribe. Honestly, Trina, Honestly Speaking, season 2 loading, coming to you shortly.
Follow my sister or don't follow
I'm
you.
not giving my personal page, but Trudy, could you get my
Sickle
page
in me, please. Follow Sickle in me.
Oh, not remembering that's mad. Follow.
It's got underscore,
yeah,
so I don't remember how
crazy.
it is.
I'm gonna.
You can put
Ming,
it on there.
yeah.
Yeah, on Twitter, people have been finding it hard to find me because I'm ghost banned, they say. So The Real Chronic, DA, Real Chronic, CHRONIK, not Chronics, not Chronic, any other Chronics. Yeah, boom. I've set up a new page for them, The Giddy Suit, at The Giddy Suit, yeah, GUILES.
Oh,
Suit.
Guile.
Yeah, that's how I spell it.
Man said Gilly. Like,
Yeah, but
Guile. That's Guile.
bruv,
That's
there's
Guile
always a
from
mind.
Street Fighter.
I know.
That's how you spell Guile.
Listen.
Guile.
Mate.
I'm A-star.
Mate.
That is how you spell Guile.
But mate, algorithm's done. I've been doing
Is
mad.
that Guile?
Yeah, no, it's definitely
that's
Guile. But no,
he's going mad.
no. They know it as Gilly Suit.
No,
when
but
I say
it's
it. Yeah.
Guile though, isn't it?
But yeah, 100%. I told them how to spell it. They know where to find it. Yeah. Instagram, Chronic Slew them.
That leaves me. Follow me at young_spray_official Instagram, at RTM Podcast Show on Instagram, at RTM Clothing Original on Instagram, www.reallythemost.com, at RTM Podcast on TikTok, and at young_spray on Instagram. I mean on Twitter, and at RTM Podcast Show on Twitter. And big you lot up for obviously still rocking with us, or whatever. Rocking with us a bit of a while, but still being here. And obviously, we know we go mad every now and again, but understand that it's entertainment and we can't just be calm all the time. Like, I've tried to be very good today, and I still felt that I needed some form of, do you know what I mean? Because it's just the RTM thing, innit? Type of thing. Like, we done well, I done well, but I know what I mean. Still, and they're still going to get me out of there in the comment, oh, he's so childish, but I'm cool with that. I'll be the bad guy, because even though I'm childish and everything, I'm the one that put this together, and I'm the one that got this awareness out. So I'd rather be childish and do the right things. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, big up you lot. Really the most. Hey.